It's only been like that.
You don't have to. You can have it whenever you want.
There's a whole semiotics to the way meals are served.
Mayo experience.
Mayo experience. Mayo experience. Mayo experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience, presented by Underdog. Last week, you got the appetizer. You got the NFC win totals and a mini version of Cust Corner. If you haven't seen it, watch it. But today, it's the main event. It is the, what are we going to call it? We'll call it the dessert plus. Because that some people just like to eat dessert in between. I know a lot of people that eat dessert as an appetizer now and don't get an appetizer because they don't want to do dessert afterwards. Anyway,
What?
it's the AFC Win Total.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No one does this. Nobody does this. I've never heard of this.
People are getting out of the app game. They find it's too much food. And they find by the time it gets to dessert, they don't want dessert anymore. Not everyone's a bottomless pit over there.
Oh,
sir.
hold on.
No.
That's
That's
completely
sheer
backwards.
order. Like
Yes.
you can't do the sweet before like the steak.
No, the sweet is like the stopper. It's the end point. It's the finishing thing.
But people seem to be too full to have it now.
Then don't
This
eat
is
it.
they don't
That's
have
a
it.
bonus.
This is madness.
They like dessert more than they like an appetizer. They're already getting a meal. You don't need an appetizer.
Oh my god.
Oh,
My
no,
mother-in-law
no.
like probably does this actually.
What's that?
This is like my mother-in-law like does this. She pretty
Yeah.
much eats dessert right before we have dinner.
I'm not saying I do it.
Well, you shouldn't. Nobody should. This is antisocial behavior.
Why is that antisocial behavior?
You're supposed to have your
You're
dessert.
the guy who wants to go in and buy a crustless slice of bread
That would be
at a corner
awesome.
store.
That would be awesome. You don't have your dessert. You have your dessert at the end of the meal with coffee, as you're concluding the
Here's
conversation.
the thing.
It's only been like
you
that.
You don't have to. You can have it whenever you want.
There's a whole semiotics to the way meals are served. And that just upends it in an unnecessary way. It makes no sense. It's like having the Super Bowl in week 3, or like it doesn't make any sense. This is craziness.
It's not for me.
Your ideas are crazier, Tim. Like
Yeah.
I'll agree with Pat that your thing from last week is probably crazier.
Oh, stop it. Wait till you hear about this ground chicken that I've been having.
Oh, God. Here we go. Anyway, I do have a big announcement to make to the good people. The Survivor $500,000 guaranteed Mayo Cup, I guess whatever they're calling it right now. It's through 4 for 4, but I'm the one promoting it. So what you're going to do is you're going to click the link in the description. You go to Splash Sports. You play in the 500K 4 for 4 Survivor. If you get in before next Mondays, because we're trying to fill this up, you're going to get an entry to a draw. For every entry you submit into the NFL Survivor, you'll be put into a pool of people, and we will draw one on Monday or Tuesday next week, whenever we do the show. And you, the lucky person, are going to win a free entry into the Race for the Mayo Cup Golf One and Done, worth $250 come January. So, Geoff, pretty good idea, right?
I'd say so. I did so poorly in the Mayo Cup this year.
If you can
But
win a
fired
free
up for
entry,
football.
We know that you're going to put in 50 entries into this one. You'll have 50 ballots.
Yeah, no, probably like 10 or 12 ballots.
$50 to play, $500K up top. Hit the link in the description and go sign up right now. That's the big ask besides smashing the like, subbing to the channel, and leaving a rating and review. Although you've already seen him, Geoff is on the line. The coin is in studio and, of course, sitting across from me, as he's going to be every single week this season. It is Tim Undergust!
Tim Undergust.
Not my name. I don't understand how you could have cheesecake and then go into a meal. Like, it's dairy, it's sweet. It's supposed to be like the thing that almost cleanses your palate a little bit from the full meal.
If someone put cheesecake in front of you, you'd eat it. And
Not
then if
if I
someone
knew-
put a steak in front of you, you'd eat
Not
it.
if I knew a steak was coming. I
Really?
would put the
You wouldn't
cheesecake
eat it?
aside. No, I would put it aside and have it after the steak.
I
Oh my
believe
God.
him.
That's madness. Stop it.
you
You
see-
people, stop it.
You seem genuinely rattled by this.
I don't even know how to function.
He shook.
But
I
you
am
can jump,
shocked.
you can
You shook
jump from
him.
space, but eating a cheesecake before eating a meal would be
It's
impossible.
not that I couldn't do it. It's just it makes no sense.
Some people want to have their dessert. They like the dessert the best, but dessert's obviously not going to fill
Then
them up.
order a smaller main course and have your dessert.
Or don't finish the dessert.
Like,
Yeah, but they want the dessert more. I'm trying to guess what the rationale behind this is. It's just appetizers get people too full, and then
Fine.
by the end of it.
Also,
Fine.
Tim, would it like Everything you pretty much explained last week, you can get at a grocery store in singles.
That's not true at all.
Like how many things? Like batteries was one example.
Go buy a single egg. Where can you do that?
A what?
A single egg.
Yeah, but you even acknowledge that's pretty dumb.
No, I don't. It's a great idea. Why are you attacking me?
Pretty
I mean, to
agitated
attack
for the
you.
beginning of the
It's
show.
great to
Well,
see you.
like now,
Tim,
I'm
hold
annoyed.
on. Whoa, let's rewind, Tim. It's great to see you. I miss you, buddy.
I
We're
miss
at the
you
start
too,
of football season. I look forward. I'm really excited for what's to come. I miss you.
Jeff was cosplaying as a NASCAR fan this weekend.
That was amazing. I don't even want to steal his thunder.
Where
Thank
were
you.
you?
I was in Daytona Beach.
Okay, good times.
Yeah, it was a great time. Vroom vroom. Yeah, so much fun. So much fun.
Where'd you eat?
Just a couple nights out there. Thought the pilot could drop me off, let me jump out over Atlanta to see Tommy win, but he didn't like that idea.
I could imagine Jeff walking up to the cockpit. Hey, can you sir, you need to sit down
And that
and
was a
eat your
joke.
dessert before this meal.
That was a joke.
You met people who were fans of the network too.
Yeah, so true story. Ty Dillon, driver of the number 10, and this could be verified by witnesses. And it was pretty awesome. He drove by the group I was with, and he like did a double take, like looked back like a couple times, like I saw it, and even like my buddy confirmed it. And he got out of the golf cart and like shouted us out. He loves the show. He loves the network. He's a big fan. And yeah, I guess we got reach, and I got a new favorite driver in the number 10 Ty Dillon. So let's go.
Do we have to start covering NASCAR? Tim's
No.
NASCAR picks. You seem like you would be a big NASCAR guy.
I don't follow NASCAR.
You used to.
When I was younger, I did. I don't now. I'm completely out of the whole loop.
Well, we're here to talk about the AFC.
Okay.
And make some playoff picks and a Super Bowl pick. And we're going to start with the AFC North and the Baltimore Ravens, whose win total is 11.5, minus 133, juiced up to the over. All of the odds today are going to come from coolbet.com. If you're in Canada, outside of Ontario, you can go on to Coolbet and you can win a free trip to Cabot Links and Cabot Cliffs if you just sign up with code SPORTS200 or just use the link that's down in the description. Minus 555 to make the playoffs, minus 155 to win the division, plus 350 to win the conference, 650 to win the Super Bowl. You're staring dead straight, Tim. Is this your pick to win the Super Bowl?
Nope.
Really?
Not even my pick to win the division. I like the under slightly because I have them at 11-6. A playoff team, a wild card team. I think this is a very good team. It's marvelously coached. I feel like the MVP should have gone to Lamar Jackson last year and didn't. He's always in the mix to be the MVP. This team didn't lose any significant pieces. They still have Derrick Henry, who's fantastic, who doesn't show any sign of wear. They have Lamar. They have guys who can catch the ball. They're marvelously coached. They play good defense. There's very few holes on this team, and so 11-6 is a great year, and they're like a wild card team. So, but I like the under slightly. I wouldn't play it because that's too close to the number.
What do you think, Jeff? Are the Ravens like prime for the little step back, or is this their time to make their move with the Chiefs seemingly not as good as they've been, yet still very good?
I mean, a lot of things really did go their way, continues to go their way. But it's hard to see them not winning 11 or 12 games. So this is not a number I'd have any interest in playing. And this is not a team when asked that I'm going to pick on. So my prediction for them will be, I believe, a repeat of last year and another 12-5 season for Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm going to go over on the Ravens as well. I do think that they win the division. The coin is going with the under, though. What does this team look like if Lamar ever gets hurt?
Bad.
Like bad? Like as bad as the Bills would be without Josh Allen?
No, because they have more surrounding talent. It would be like a grind you out 14-10, 17-14 team that can win as many as it loses, but it'd be like a 500 style team rather than a contender.
They had the healthiest season in the entire league last year.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots to like about this team, but I mean, almost every team is contingent upon their quarterback. But the Ravens are quite a bit, not as much as a team like Buffalo, where we talked about the Rams last week, but a lot hinges on Lamar. Naturally, he's one of the 3 best players in the NFL. How could it not be that case?
But I think we would agree that, like most teams, to Tim's point, like injury luck, the team that wins the Super Bowl probably stayed pretty healthy, and would to do that, to be any healthier than they were last year would probably be impossible. So just put that at they had the best injury, they had the best injury ranking in the entire league last year.
The beginning of their season is tough.
Who do they play in week 2? I know they start with the Bills on
Cleveland.
Sunday night.
They get Cleveland in week 2, who I like, and I think and even when they're bad, they play the Ravens well.
Okay.
The Lions and the Chiefs and the Texans right after that, then the Rams.
That is a gauntlet.
Like that could start out if they go 4-2 in their first 6 games, they're going to be looking very good for this.
Yeah, that's a real gauntlet. It makes me feel a little better about my slight under.
I actually didn't look how tough they started. That'll be fun.
Even coming out of it, I guess it depends on how you feel about. They have a lot of backloaded division games. Like they play the Bengals week 13 and 15.
Okay.
They play the Steelers week 14 and 18.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I don't like that. That's just.
Yeah.
I think that's wrong.
I agree with you. I don't like either too early divisional games or too late divisional games against the same team.
Like they finished with the Browns before they've even played the Steelers or the Bengals.
I don't like
Correct.
that either.
The Chargers are out here playing the whole division in the first 3 weeks.
What would you rather?
Oh, let's go. Let's just go. Don't worry. I might surprise you guys this year.
Oh, okay. Let's move on to the Bengals, who, Tim, I'm guessing is your pick to win the NFC North. They were pretty close last year, and you're really down on the Bengals all year last year.
They were there was something was missing the whole year when you watched them.
It was called a defense, which they still don't have.
Well, okay, but they almost can't play worse defensively than they did last year, and they let their defensive coordinator go. I just expect them to play somewhat better on defense. And if I get like a 20th overall defense, I have perhaps the most, if not the second most, electric offense in the NFL. Like, there are very few teams that would scare you more than having Chase and bringing Higgins back, which I loved. Burrow, they have a good running game. I don't like their coach. That's a problem. But this team has succeeded in the past despite not having great coaching from Zach Taylor. So, yeah, I'm just going to stake my claim that the Bengals are the division winner. I have high hopes for them this season. I like the division. I like a lot of their odds. I really like the Bengals this year.
Jeff, the over-under is 10.5 wins, and that's juiced up to plus 160 to go to that over. Minus 167 to make the playoffs, plus 250 division, 9-1 to win the conference, and 20-1 to win the Super Bowl. What Tim's logic on the defense is something that I like to use a lot too, is that offense tends to be sticky, defense tends to have far more variance from year to year. Like you can be the worst defense and just simply be the 19th worst defense or 19th best defense the following year, and that makes a huge impact. But how much of their offense and their offensive output last year do you think kind of went hand in hand with how bad their defense was? Because we've seen that too, is that when teams are just constantly giving up 40 points, it tends to become easier to score points as well.
Yeah, I think the most like a clear regression will be Joe Burrow in fantasy. Now, that doesn't mean Joe Burrow's still not like top 5 quarterback, 3-4 quarterback in the entire league. But, Chase Brown has developed, and I guess unless they're in those same game states. But Burrow has also spent that last offseason recovering from an injury. So, he probably wasn't even 100% when the season started. They'll have him at 100%, and the offense is still going to be amazing, and it's quite hard to figure out what old man Brown is up to with Trent Hendrickson. But I don't know if you saw, Pat, they are trying to arrange an alumni situation return not meet and greet, but ceremony. And they sent the guys like ticket discount codes to buy their own airfares and hotels. What a disgraceful organization. Like, there is a definitive gap between them and like in terms of cheap in the NFL, like other organizations get made fun of for being cheap. There's no one even close to this organization.
They were they seem to treat their employees worse than Mayo Media Network does.
Why are people here? People here treated great.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, when we had to go to places, I'm putting you guys up in hotels and everything. The Bengals can't do that.
Yeah. Like they can't even have a sponsor, like sponsor the ceremony, and then put the guys up in the hotels. It's all quite sad. The defense could be as bad as last year, Tim. Like it really could be. And this team, the defense is probably so bad that there's not a scenario where I could see them winning the Super Bowl because the defense is so bad. But this team can be one of the most fun, like really good, maybe even regular season teams, or they are looking for a new coach by the midway point.
Yeah, if they don't go 2-0 to start the season, it's going to get very tricky for them. They go Browns, Jags, weeks 1 and 2. Then it's like Vikings, Broncos, Lions, Packers.
Those are tough games.
It's games they could win, for sure. But if they're not beating the Browns and Jags, then it's going to get real tough.
Agreed.
Because Vikings and Broncos are both on the road, and so is the Packers.
However, cats.
You're going with the cat theme. Cat overs. I'm taking the under on 10.5, Geoff.
Under.
Don't love them.
It's okay. I really do. So you should be happy about that.
I very much am. Next team. Oh, this one. If you go to CoolBet right now and you go under the PME exclusives, you can find a boost up there right now on the Cleveland Browns. The win total on the Browns is 5.5, and it's at plus 120. You can get it at plus 150 under the PME exclusives. 9-1 to make the playoffs, 30-1 to win the division, 100-1 to win the conference, 200-1 to win the Super Bowl. So here's my rationale of why I really, really like the over 5.5 for the Browns. No matter which one of the 4 quarterbacks right now that they are apparently carrying on their 53-man roster to start the season, none of them are worse than the guys that they were rolling out last year, except for maybe Jameis. But we have Flacco starting. Flacco's fine. Flacco can make good use of some of the weapons that they have on this team. The offensive line is not a disaster, and we're 2 years removed from this being a top 5 defense. They weren't horrible last year, but it felt like they had the soul sucked out of them when they knew that they had Deshaun Watson on the other side of the ball and they were only going to score 6 points a game. Like, what are you going to do? Eventually, it just demoralizes you to the fact that you don't even want to play anymore. Everyone seemingly on the defensive side is coming in healthy. They get a good defense. You get Joe Flacco able to open up the Stefanski offense. One of Gabriel or Sanders ends up being okay if they find that throughout the course of the season. It just seems like a really low win total for a team that has players, good players on it. Like, they were a 3-win team last year. They had no quarterback. They have at least average style quarterback play right now with a great coach. A guy who's won 2 Coach of the Year awards.
What did their best players spend the whole offseason doing?
Who's their best player?
Miles
What's
Garrett.
Myles Garrett
Formally
do? What do you do?
demanding a trade in public and signing letters saying goodbye to Cleveland.
Nope, he's still playing.
Well, he signed an extension. So
Yeah,
what
I just think
what
that
is
does not augur well. Like, this team is still a disaster. Joe Flacco was so bad he got benched last year for the Colts when he couldn't play. And he couldn't play. This is an under. I don't personally see 6 wins on their schedule. They play the NFC North.
You don't think
That's-
they can beat Pittsburgh?
That's 4 losses, I think. The NFC North. That's 4 losses.
The NFC North. So you go 2-4 against the, you go.
You'd be lucky to go 2-4. Well, you play 6 games in division and 3 games. That's 9 of your games are in the North. They'd be real lucky to get 3 wins out of those 9. Lucky.
But then they got the Cardinals, Dolphins, Patriots,
That's a loss.
Bears, Jets. Like, they have winnable games along here.
I guess.
And if the bet is that their offense is okay and their defense goes back to being good again and harassing the passer, they'll sneak out one of these games against one of the good teams,
Maybe.
like 17-16.
I don't see 6 wins, though, so I will take
I
under.
love this. I love this, Geoff. I love the Browns.
Yeah, I don't love it as much as you, but I think we're 3 for 3 together in this division so far. I think the talent on this team as a whole is probably underrated going into the year because everyone is hyper focused on the quarterback situation. I think they'll be feisty. I like them to clear 5.5.
do you like the Steelers to clear 8.5 wins? Because that's about even money right now. Minus 105 for the over.
No, I'm going to take the under there.
I will be taking the over
I will be too.
of 8. Oh, just for spite, huh?
I think they're going to do great. In all seriousness, I think they because Mike Tomlin doesn't have losing records. I don't think you can ever go wrong picking it over and say they go 9-8, 10-7. This team historically flukes out wins all over the place. That's just what the history of this franchise is. I don't want to be the person to take them under. I don't like this team. I don't particularly like the way they built the offense. They've got a quarterback who can't move, can't do anything. But
So he's 1 year removed from being a top 5 most mobile
I know what I
quarterback
said.
in football.
I know what I said. I'm allowed to change my opinion. I'm changing my opinion. Hope they can protect him. You know, hopefully he's happy since they didn't give him the entire world like I gave him for 2 full years. I gave him everything. And, they're not giving him very much. But I guess he says this is his last year and he wants to go out with a huzzah. And like, good luck, I guess. But the way the world works, I'm sure they'll do great and he'll play great and they'll win like 1 million games and whatever. But he'll be the comeback player of the year because he came back from playing on the Jets.
That's bigger than Alex Smith coming back from a leg amputation.
Anyway, I don't like the Steelers team. I want them to lose every possible game. But that doesn't mean I'm going to pick that, and I can't pick that. I'm just out of pure respect for the institution and the coach, I will pick them to go 9-8 and a very slight over. I don't like it.
You were nicer to Rodgers there than like I thought today. Like I might get like a real.
He hasn't in the public said anything mean about the Jets. He hasn't talked poorly about his time there. He hasn't been critical or spiteful.
Okay.
Like, it just is what it is. It's unfortunate things went the way they did, but it's healthier for all involved if we just move forward. Because he seems to be willing to move forward. I can too. I feel like we gave him everything. He tried last year. We let him down as much as he let us down in spots. The year before was a disaster. It is what it is. Not that I don't wish him well, but I don't wish him ill. Like, just whatever, man. I'm just willing to move forward.
What line, Geoff, do they have player props out for week number 1 yet?
I don't believe so.
Over 2.5 touchdown passes for Aaron Rodgers against the Jets.
Just don't let it happen.
It's going to be like 40-3.
Just not week 1, please. Just not week 1. I really want that game. Just want it.
Will the Jets win the Super Bowl if they win week 1?
No.
You already called it a hinge game.
It is a hinge game for their season. Are they going to be like respectable or are they going to be like vying for, according to these win totals, they're tied for the worst team in the AFC, basically.
But you don't think that.
I think they're better than the number is, yeah. But no, I don't think they're a good enough team to like do anything serious.
Whoa, where's all this downer talk coming from? Like 3 weeks ago when they won the hinge preseason game, you had them at 14 wins.
I'm going to take them over their win total. Don't get me wrong. But, we're talking about the Steelers. I like that they brought Metcalf in. He's a good piece.
So I'm going with Baltimore to win this division.
Bengals.
You're going with the Bengals. Geoff?
Baltimore.
The AFC feels very, very chalky. I guess the South isn't going to be chalky. Maybe the West should be chalky, but it won't be.
I got no chalk.
Yeah, no chalk whatsoever.
I told you I have 4 new divisional winners.
Fantasy football season is back with a vengeance. You can get yourself the best tools possible this year. Be it for season long, DFS, or betting, whatever it is you need, you can get it at 4for4.com/Mayo. The most accurate projections and rankings in the business. 4 different levels. Code Mayo will get you 25% off everything. And you can upgrade. Just the classic, season long, $39 a season. You can go monthly. That's going to cost you double. You should just buy it for the season. And then you get down to the betting package, $249 per season, minus 25%. For Code Mayo, you get the props, the sides, the total bets, the tackle props, the player prop tool, the betting Discord, the articles, and everything else included in every other package. Get on it now so you can win your league. 4for4.com/Mayo. For over a century, Johnnie Walker has shared its bold spirit with the game of golf. Now, crafted with Devereux Golf, Johnnie Walker introduces the Johnnie Walker Blue Label-inspired Sunday Golf Bag, elevating the game with sleek design, Blue Label hues, and refined gold accents. Celebrate your hole-in-one with a premium Sunday bag crafted by Devereux Golf. Submit proof of your achievement to JOHNNIEWALKER.com/blue-in-1. Please drink responsibly. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Part of my wellness routine this year has been focus more on family and focus more on Pat Mayo. So I've been doing fewer shows, upping the exercise, eating better. If you have kids, it's just daily, nonstop grinding every single day. Couple that with workplace stress, and it's a bit difficult. Workplace stress right now is one of the top causes of declining mental health, with 61% of the global workforce experiencing a higher than normal amount of stress. So maybe BetterHelp is exactly what you need to do. It's helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. It isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma. If you feel anything going on with you, you need to go to betterhelp.com/PatMayo right now. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Unwind from work with BetterHelp. My listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/PatMayo. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/PatMayo.
Well, I want to kick this one off then. AFC East. Let's talk about the New England Patriots.
Sure.
And
My
their
division champion.
And their 7.5 win total, minus 180 to go to this number. We'll save this then. For you can come in last. They're 6-1 to win the division, Geoff. 30-1 to win the conference. 65-1 to win the Super Bowl. Plus 175. I love the under of 7.5 on the Patriots. I don't know what people are seeing here. That when Drake May is just going to be an MVP candidate in year 2.
Yeah, I think people might expect me to have been on the over here, but I'm with you. I mean, I think Drake May is going to look good, make gains, but overall as a team and as a roster, I don't see this sort of jump yet. I mean, Vrabel's in there. That's great. I think he's a good coach. I actually think he's a bit of an overrated coach, but I think he's a good coach. But I'm not there on them being as good as this number. So I'm under on the Patriots for this year. I like the optimism. I see where they'll be better in a lot of places and they won't be dead fish like that. And they're going to compete their asses off. But they're not winning the amount of games that a lot of people that I respect seem to say they are.
They do have one of the easier schedules in the league, which helps. So it all depends on how you feel about the Raiders, Dolphins, Steelers, Panthers. I mean, the Saints are just legitimately terrible. And they play the AFC South, which is very helpful. Or no, they don't. They just play the Titans.
Yeah.
That's their draw. And you love Cam Ward. Could be a loss.
As we will get to.
It's a revenge game for Vrabel in that one.
It is.
Well, what is it about this team that they have no skill position
Well,
players?
Henderson looks like he can play.
Henderson does look like he can play.
And
but
like-
he's returning kickoffs in a preseason game and looking great.
He looks like he can play. I mean, maybe they can get enough juice out of Diggs for one last year. I think they probably can get 1 year's worth of skill out of him.
He hasn't been good in 3 years.
And he's been hurt a lot. And I think despite your criticisms, I think Drake May looked pretty good last year. Not great, but pretty good. And I expect him with some good coaching to kind of make another step. And as much as I don't like Josh McDaniels, and I think he has proven himself to be a marvelous offensive coordinator. He's back sort of into what he's good at, which is offensive coordinating and like diagramming an offense. And I think that helps. I think that whole, again, it's an infrastructural thing where he gets back in that building with Vrabel, who knows how the Patriots have succeeded and what winning football there actually looked like. And it seems like a recipe for 10 or 11 wins with a quarterback who can play. Like if Drake May is not nearly as good as people think, or I think he could be, well then, yeah, they're not going to make this number. But I see a lot of green shoots, and I hate to say that because I hate this team. But I see a lot of green shoots. I think they've got some playmakers on offense.
You mean Diggs and Henderson?
I think they intelligently used an early draft pick on an offensive lineman, which is the way you build really good teams when you're rebuilding.
But that's the thing, though. They're still rebuilding. They're not there yet. They need another offseason of this to improve, and hopefully the stuff hits this year.
10 or 11 wins is enough.
They were barren last year.
It
may look good in spurts, but watching the games, he put up Blake Bortles stats.
They lost a lot of games in weird ways.
They also lost a lot of games because they got down huge, and then he just ran around for a while.
Yeah.
So if he can do that, if he can play that way while the game is close, or the defense allows them to be close, then sure. Absolutely, they can get to 10 wins.
Well, I hate it, but I think they're going to win the division, and I hate to say that.
Are all your picks just curse picks?
No. Like, this is what I think is going to happen.
Patriots over, Steelers over.
Those are. I mean, I'm not sitting here happy to make these picks. I wish that I couldn't, but like I have to say what I believe, and I think this damn team is going to end up winning the division.
Why are they better than the Bills exactly?
Because the Bills are a one-man band, and I'm not convinced that they're going to be able to replicate what they did last year, being a one-man band. And I think their coach is not helpful, and I think they have a tougher schedule. The spotlight is on them, and I think they too are like just going to be a wild card team, not a divisional winner.
Well, the Bills have an 11.5 win total, minus 165 to the over, minus 715 to make the playoffs, minus 333 to win the division, plus 350 to win the conference, plus 625 to win the Super Bowl. They probably won't do that.
No, they most certainly won't. That would require them to win multiple playoff games and make a deep run, which they have trouble doing. Playoffs, yes. Division, no. Conference, no. Super Bowl, no. 9-10 wins and under. A quarterback who's probably the most important player to his team, who takes approximately 6 million hits a season with very, very little skill position help.
You just said that the Patriots have good skill position players.
Have better skill position
They
players.
don't.
The Bills have nobody you'd want other than maybe James Cook.
You love Shakir until you drafted him in fantasy last
he's
year.
not that good.
They got Canadian Josh Palmer now?
I don't look, go ahead. Pick again.
You can say that the Bills have a poor skill group.
They do.
I would agree with you. But then you're saying the Patriots have a good one.
Nah,
They have they have a guy who the Bills had 2 years ago who was cooked for the Bills.
And they have Henderson, who I like. But I don't know, I just look at the Bills and I think, the window's kind of closing and they're not very well coached, and there's a lot of expectations on Buffalo. And if history teaches us anything, when the heat is on Buffalo, they crumble. So, I'm taking the under. So Bills fans rejoice because I'm taking the under, and I think you'll be a wild card team.
Yeah, if Paul was here in
Clown.
studio, Jeff, he'd be very happy right now.
It's a clown take.
Okay, well, you know what? You don't have to have my take. You know what else was a clown take? That the Raiders would be worse than the better than the Patriots last year. How did that turn out, Jeff?
That was a prediction.
Do you want me to go through? Well, this is a prediction.
Listen,
What other predictions that I've
you're
made?
betting on you're banking on Josh Allen being hurt. He's the MVP of the league. He's amazing. He's the class of this division. The schedule is easy. I just, even if like some of the things about other parts of the roster are true, it simply won't matter.
Okay.
They-
When they
they,
start
um,
0-2, we'll see what you have.
They have the they're like the clear favorite to be number 1 seed in the AFC.
Then you should pick that. You should be chalky, and you should pick that.
I did.
Instead of yelling at me for a clown prediction, when how many times have I
No,
made
you're-
clown predictions and been completely correct?
Let me ask you
No.
this:
You-
who's the Patriots' second best receiver?
Harry, I suppose.
N'Keal Harry,
Yeah.
who hasn't been on the team in
Or
3
not,
years.
no, the rookie they drafted last year.
Carlos
not N'Keal Harry.
Polk,
Oh,
Yeah, Polk.
James Polk.
Isn't
Isn't he
Polk.
out for the season?
No.
Are we
the
sure
guy
about
that they traded Lad McConkey for.
Well, I think they'd rather have McConkey.
it?
Granted.
It's not James Polk. James Polk.
And
is the
sorry,
Yes, he was.
Tim, my reference to your take was just based on how you talk about the quarterback of that team.
Look. He's the most valuable player to his team. He also takes 1 million hits, and is not always reasonable with the ball. And whatever.
Jalen Polk.
Yeah, Jalen Polk.
Let's see. Is he out for the year? Because I don't even see him on here
Who's
anymore.
Chris Polk?
Basically, their second best receiver is Mac Hollins, your guy.
Well, another former Bill.
Guy who you think is terrible.
No,
and
I
have expressed on the
I
show how
don't
terrible he is.
particularly care for him, but whatever. I don't like either. I don't like any of these teams, except for my team. I don't like any of these teams.
Yeah, Jalen Polk could miss the entire 2025 season with a shoulder injury.
That would be unfortunate because I thought he was starting to show some stuff last year at the end of the year. Anyway, I stand by what I said. I think the Bills are going to regress. I'm allowed to believe that.
That going under the 11.5 wins, I think makes sense if you want to go. If that's the take that you want to have, but I just don't see any. These 3 teams just aren't that good.
If you say so. Well, one of them isn't.
Well, one of them's okay, and the other 2 suck.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Jeff, are you going over or under on the Bills?
Over.
Yeah, I'm taking the over as well. The coin agreed with you.
Of course it.
And they won't. They're not gonna have to play the first round of the playoffs either.
Oh, that's a hot take, but that's fine.
Is it a hot?
I don't think
That
that's a
means the
hot
Chiefs aren't going to be the number 1 seed, which I think is probably the most popular pick. It's not my pick, but
Oh, I don't think so at all.
okay.
I would guess that more people are picking the Bills or Ravens.
Great.
to
I
be the
want.
one
I
seed.
will be delighted for the whole world to be on Buffalo. They don't let you down. They don't have a history of absolutely
Well, being the
no
one
showing.
seed, being the 1 seed is a lot different than winning the Super
It would be
Bowl.
a different way to no show for them. That's true.
Have they not been the 1 seed during the stretch at all?
No,
not once.
Not once. Baltimore and Kansas City have been the whole time.
Dolphins up next. Actually, you know what? Jets up next. Let's go there.
Bring that schedule up.
5.5 is the win total.
Bring that schedule up.
To bet the over is -133. So people are loving the Jets.
Good. They should. There's a lot of talent on that team.
Geoff, how are you feeling about the Jets?
I'm gonna go over. I like the coaching hire, but like I think it's gonna be 5 or like right around the number. I don't think they're gonna clear the number comfortably. I'm not betting it, but I mean Tim could say what he wants. With that quarterback, you can't. There's only. Even though he at times can keep the defense on its toes because of what potentially could happen, he really can't do that much. He's not capable.
I don't totally disagree with that take.
Should they trade for Anthony Richardson?
No.
Why not?
I think you might. I don't know how much of an upgrade that really is.
It's someone who's younger. You can develop him
Not that
potentially.
much. Not that much younger.
What would you prefer they do at the quarterback position going forward? Because Justin Fields, do you think he's going to be the long-term answer?
Probably not.
The worst thing that would happen is if he wins 8 games, has like a pretty decent season, then they're like, 4-year extension.
It's fine. If he wins 8 games, I'd give it to him. That's
What?
enough. That's enough. That's a step in the right direction.
that's
It's
enough.
showing growth.
Didn't they win like 8 games 2 years ago? with
7.
Zach Wilson?
7.
But you did, no extension for him.
No. Well, 8 games would be fine. I would take that.
So I'm going under on the 8 or on the 5.5, just for fun here. I don't want to bet it either way. 5-1 to make the playoffs. Did you expect to see them with the lowest or second lowest win total in the AFC?
No, I didn't. I did not at all.
So let's see if we can get their record for you.
Okay.
What is it about this team that's good?
Really good defense, good running game. I think they're very well. I think they're going to be well coached.
Even though they
But a
won't
big
wear
que-
team
He doesn't
hat?
wear any. He doesn't wear any hats. That's different than wearing non-team hats, like a big shot. The quarterback is the only thing holding them back from being like an excellent team. But they have a ton of talent all over the place. They just have some big questions at quarterback.
Steelers week 1.
Win,
Bills week 2.
win,
Bucks week 3.
win,
Dolphins at
win,
the Dolphins.
win,
Okay. Cowboys in New York too.
win,
Broncos.
loss.
Oh, even against you, Sean Payton's such a bad coach though.
Loss.
Your
I don't
words.
like when the Jets play the Broncos.
Because they got Tebowed that one time on
No,
Thursday
we're
Night
last
Football?
year when we were in Montreal, and
In
they lost 10 to
Montreal.
9.
Oh, what a disaster. I lost.
The whole year went sideways at that point. We never
I
recovered.
got killed that day. I got killed.
At home against the Panthers.
Win,
At the Bengals.
loss,
At home against the Browns.
win,
At the Patriots.
loss,
At the Ravens.
loss,
Against the Falcons.
loss,
At home against the Dolphins.
win,
At the Jags.
win,
At the Saints.
win,
At home against the Patriots.
loss,
At the Bills.
loss.
Even in week 18?
What are we at for wins? Because that would depend whether they need the game or not. Would be
Oh.
how I pick that game.
Oh, they would need the game.
Who they play?
They play the Bills in week 18. Who probably have
Do the
division
Bills
wrapped
need
up.
the game is the
Bills,
question.
the Bills need the game. I think that's a Buffalo win. That'll be what gets them
All right, you have them at 9-7.
9-8.
9-8.
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, I thought they could win like 8-9 games. That's where they
Oh,
are.
actually, no, you have them at 10-7.
That's okay. That's a touch optimistic, but like not good enough to make the playoffs. So I will take the over.
You don't think 10 wins would get you in?
I think they'll lose on tie breaks. So I gave them some losses to some teams that will get in.
Did
Like
you
Buffalo?
did you intentionally?
No, but
map
when I
that
heard
out?
Buffalo and Baltimore, I was like, that's a team I think will get in. Then the Bills. I already gave 2 wild card spots away to Buffalo and Baltimore, so I only have 1 left, and I don't want to give it to the Jets. I have to save it for Kansas City. So
You feeling about this 5-0? If they start 5-0, this
this-
Sunday night show is going to be electric.
they start 1-0. The Sunday night show is
But
going to be
5-0
electric.
and yeah.
5-0. We're getting close to Halloween. We'll get the return of the candy rankings.
Yeah, we'll
Oh
get
my
the return
God.
of clinching the playoff spot at Thanksgiving.
I'm capable of any number of claims if they get to 4 or 5-0.
Like they could legitimately be 0-6.
Oh, absolutely. I don't
Where's
disagree
the
with
Super Bowl again? Tim
It's
will be
in San
talking
Francisco.
about hotels.
that. Yeah, it's in Santa Clara.
You won't go
That's
there.
a far one. That's a far
A
mission
lot of
for-
travel.
Yeah.
And apparently it's nowhere near the city. It's like a long drive.
Oh, that's gonna be that. Like, just are you already
like logistically, I don't think
you
that's
could just stay out by the stadium. That way you wouldn't even have to stay in
Tim.
San Francisco proper.
if I went to the Super Bowl, I don't know that I would leave my hotel room.
Are you already anxious about the because you don't like to travel about the Jets going to the Super Bowl? You're already anxious about having to travel to Santa Clara in February.
I don't know if I would go. Think I went if they've gotten that far, I will have gotten to some sort of watching routine that will necessitate me not to break that rhythm.
Huh?
Don't know I could go to a Super Bowl party though. I think I might have to be on my own. I think that would be too much of a spectacle.
Would we have
Yeah,
to send
no, you
like
could.
a watcher
I
for
agree.
you if they lost?
No, but I do think it would become too much of a sideshow if all of us were at a Super Bowl party and the Jets were there.
Oh no, that would be great. Think about all the credit you would get from everyone if they won.
Yeah, but the vibes would be so bad in the room.
Tim would be the show.
be the-
Everyone's just watching Tim, the show.
Everyone would be so vicious. I know the people who'd be at this show. They'd be so vicious and so mean to me.
But think about if they won.
Oh, look, it would be glorious. But
Like, is that worth it? Is it worth taking the heat all game in case they lost versus you taking that heat and then they win and then you get to go?
what I could do is make the call at halftime.
You leave it.
No,
halftime.
no.
No, I can show
You
up to the
leave-
party at halftime.
no, not
No.
invited. Not
Oh my
invited to
God.
the party.
If
Like,
the
if they're up
Jets
like
were
10
up like
they- up like-
10 points.
Oh, then I stroll into the party.
Oh, they would lose that.
Hold
game,
on.
no.
This guy just said he wouldn't go to the Super Bowl because he'd have some routine for the previous games, yet he would jinx leaving up 14 to go entertain his friends is psychotic.
Okay, you make a fair point. Maybe I'd have to stay put.
I'm taking the under, Jeff.
Over.
It's more fun for the show if they're over. So I hope I'm wrong.
They're over barely, but over.
Is their defense really going to be that good?
It's got a lot of really good players on it.
It wasn't that good
That's
last
the
year.
thing.
Because they lost an awesome defensive coach when they fired their head coach.
There's no rebuild here. There's a lot of good players.
There is. The quarterback is the huge. If they had a good, like I said to you, if they had Brock Purdy at quarterback, I'd pick him to beat anybody, but they don't.
Their skill position, it's a lot like the other teams in this division. Once you get past Garrett Wilson, they still have like Alan Lazard on this team. Your boy, Malachi Corley.
Having both Brees Hall and Braylon Allen, who I think is a really good running back tandem.
There's a lot of good running back. A great running back is going to help put you over the top. It's not going to help you sustain.
I think
A great running back is a luxury item.
I think having the 1-2 punch is very important for a Jets team that's going to run the ball a lot.
Is the offensive line all that good?
I think if it stays healthy, absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be a good offensive line if it stays healthy. There's some good blue chip players there.
They don't have a single player on this offensive line who pushed a car up a hill with it reversing the emergency brake.
That's
now,
true.
have they?
No, that guy won a Super Bowl.
Isn't he on Jeff's team?
Has he been traded to the Chargers?
Signed as a free agent.
Well,
And
good
he was
luck. Good for
incredible.
you. Yeah,
He was very good the last.
You need the offensive line help.
One scout told me he was the best offensive lineman of all time. You.
Yeah. Well, I got excited. I had too much fun.
The Miami Dolphins
Under.
are up now 8.5
Ladder
wins.
them under.
8.5 wins.
Please. How bad is this team? Let me count the ways.
They're projected to be 3 wins better than the Jets.
Insulting.
Why is that insulting?
Insulting.
They
As Geoff has described several times, and I agree with, every single piece of news coming out of that camp is disastrous. They've got a coach who's the likeliest candidate to be the first one on the unemployment line. They have receivers who have gotten old, who aren't even that good anymore.
Who's not good anymore?
I don't think Jalen Waddle's that good, and I think Tyreek Hill's lost a step, and I don't trust their running backs that much. I mean, Tua healthy gives them some ability, but like if Tua misses time, the coach has proven he can't coach any backup quarterbacks. The Dolphins lost their best player on defense. Like, I'm sorry, am I supposed to be excited for a team that has nothing? and going into the preseason, and then during camp and preseason, every story was just terrible. 8.5 wins. This team's going to win 3.5 or 4.5 is a good line for them. Ladder them. Ladder them.
The last 2 years
Trash.
in the preseason, who was the team that was most talked about in a positive sense, according to you?
The Jets?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Not well.
So I don't know if these stories really mean anything.
Well, I think
And you are constantly clicking on your algorithm is geared to negative Dolphin stories.
it's really all I want to see. It's really all I want to see.
It's plus 160 to bet that over. So no one's really being tempted by the 8.5, Geoff.
I'll just be honest. I don't feel anything close to Tim. And I agree with you, Pat, that a lot of like that training camp stuff or out of like a mixed practice versus another team can be hyperbolic. But I don't see a ceiling anywhere, but I can see where the floor is. So for that,
The basement.
Tim's got his opinions. For that, it's an under. Like that's just what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking the under as well. To get to over 8.5 wins, they need to stay healthy, and things kind of need to go right for them. And with Tua as your quarterback, even if he misses 3 games, they probably don't get to the over. Although I think their schedule is super easy.
I start with a loss in week 1.
Well, like, because the Bills and the Patriots have easy schedules, so the whole division has an easy schedule. Theirs is like I think around 25th easiest. Oh, sorry. I think their schedule, was near one of the easier ones. Yeah.
Yeah, in the first 8 weeks, they have 7 winnable games. Whether they win them or not, who knows? The Bills are the only like legitimately great team that they play. They play the Colts, the Pats, the Jets, the Panthers, the Chargers, the Browns, and the Falcons. They could lose all those games. They could be 7-1.
I don't see that.
Bet you see the Jets being 10-7.
I see what I see. Or is that another clown prediction?
Are you talking to me or Geoff?
The
that's the
prediction, is clown take. I said, and it wasn't so much the prediction; it's how you talk about the quarterback.
What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do, Geoff? Congratulate the guy who wasn't the MVP last year but got awarded the MVP?
It's just what I mean.
am
You
I
just
supposed
lost
to do?
all credibility. Everyone just reminded why I
Really?
said clown take.
Am I wrong? What part of that sentence was I wrong about? Was he the best player in football last year?
Yes.
No.
And voted
not
on
by the
pla-
metrics.
and voted on by the players as the best player.
Well, not by the metric. He's the most valuable player to his team. He's not the best player in the league, and he wasn't the most valuable player in the league last year.
Wouldn't that make him
Picking the
most
bill.
valuable player
Let me make this very clear because you're going to hold this against me all year. So I just want it on the record right now. Picking the Bills to be under based on the odds we're working on today. It's a coin flip. It's such an efficient market to steal from Pizzola, and I'm not making fun. That's obvious. That's the coin flip. I don't get if they're under. You're gonna like dance on my grave that they're under. Fine. You want to get the joy. It's just like literally what you just said about the guy who was the best player in the league last year.
Oh, I just got an alert. Breaking news on the show. It'll show us the timestamp of when we recorded this. You want to download the Bleacher Nation Fantasy app. It has the fastest push alerts in the biz. So now I'm going to go to Twitter to see if it's up there yet. Beat it by a minute. Beat Adam Schefter by a minute. There we go.
That's the news.
Trey Hendrickson has reached an agreement on a $14 million raise for this year and boosting his salary to $30 million per sources. Hendrickson is still scheduled to become an unrestricted free agent after this season. So the hold-in is over. He got his money for this year, so he's going to be back on the field. Good news for your Bengals.
Okay, I make the prediction, and you wait to see how far I have them going. Everything is looking great.
Yeah, the Bleacher Nation Fantasy app. Super. If you need alerts like right away, that's what you need to get. That's what I've been using.
It's fast and on time. It's the opposite of the Dolphins, which are slow and behind times.
Many are saying it's the Mussolini of apps.
Not paying attention.
Not paying attention.
No, I'm reading about the contract.
Just doing
I'm
a show here.
Reading about the contract.
I just read it to you, what it was.
I wanted to see it for myself. The Mussolini of whatever. I didn't get the joke. I heard
Because
it.
he used to make the trains run on time, allegedly.
Yeah, you guys are smarter than me. I didn't get that joke, so I no sold it because I didn't get it. I heard it. I didn't get it.
Are we alienating our audience?
I'm not.
No, I think people do like it, but I didn't get it.
I will pick the Bills to win this division. Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, the Bills, #1 seed.
Foxborough.
What would you give the
They're
odds on the
thrilled.
Patriots being last in the division?
10-1, 9-1. Being last, I mean, like any of those three teams, Jets, Patriots, and Dolphins, if things go badly, could easily be last.
But not the Bills?
I do think with Allen, their floor is still like wild card team almost certainly.
Okay. That brings us to the midway point of the show, which means it's time for a mini version of Cust Corner.
Cust Corner, it's Cust Corner. Cust Corner, it's Cust Corner. He's got the hottest takes with the highest stakes. He should be president of the United States, but it's Cust Corner, it's Cust Corner. Cust Corner,
Okay. I think there needs to be a lot more timers in the world and things that are fixed to those timers. For example, one of the scourges in golf right now is slow play. I have an idea where on the tee, once you've hit your tee shot, you have to hit a button on the tee, and that starts a timer, and however long is allotted for that hole. And when that timer is up, a little door closes over the hole. You can't finish it. You got to move on to the next hole because you've taken too long on that hole. There should be timers at restaurants. Once you order your meal, a timer is placed on the table, and you know exactly when you are going to get your food. And if it's late, then it's free.
Why
And
would
they
any
should-
restaurant do this?
And to hold everybody, I would be far more inclined to know, oh, if I order this, it's 33 minutes. If I order this, it's 21 minutes. If I'm really hungry, I might order the 21-minute meal, not the 33-minute meal. And more importantly, I know... More importantly, I know exactly when it's coming. I don't have to wonder if I get up to use the washroom or if I get up to take a breath of fresh air. Will my food be waiting for me when I get back, or will it not be there yet?
That's how you know if your food's going to be there or not. If you go to the bathroom, you've been waiting. If you go to the bathroom, when you come back, it's always
I don't
there.
want that.
It's always there.
I want it. I want to be there when it arrives. So
Why?
Because I don't like it just sitting there getting cold for any period of time. I want to start eating as soon as it gets there. So golf courses should have timers per hole where if you miss that time, boom, that hole's over. You can't complete it. You got to move on to the next hole.
How do you-
no
how
more
do you-
5-hour rounds.
How do you enforce that?
What do you mean? You have to click a button when you start the hole.
Okay.
And then
what?
The timer runs, and then when the timer elapses, that little door closes
What
over
if
the
I
hole.
don't? What if me and my buddies don't hit
care.
the fucking button?
Yeah.
You will
At
hit
the
the button.
T-box.
That's what the marshals no longer have to worry about moving people along because they're too slow. The marshals can focus on making sure you're actually pushing the button when you're supposed to. It's like, yeah, there are bells at some holes, or flags, or beepers, or lights.
There's a bell at our course.
You're-
It
and you're-
gets rung 30% of the time.
No, far more than that.
No, it
Far
doesn't.
more than that. It's expected that you do that. Most golfers will follow that rule, and that will mean that play will be faster as a consequence. People will know exactly how long their meal. It keeps everybody accountable. And, the times can vary based on the day. It's perfectly fine if the restaurant wants to say that it's going to take 23 minutes on a Wednesday, but it's going to take 31 minutes on a Saturday. That's okay. That's understandable.
need to know?
But
This
you
is
need
one
to
of the dumbest
because
things I've
I
ever
want
heard.
there should be so many more timers.
Why do you
want
want to leave so quickly?
I want what I want when I get there, and I want to know how long it's going to take me. And if something's going to take a lot more time, maybe I don't want to order that. I want to order something
Hear
else.
me out. Doctor's office. Timer?
Yeah,
It's
great idea.
Mandelbaum. You're done.
There should
Pants up. Draws up, ma'am. Out of here.
it would be good to have more timers in places for accountability purposes. I know exactly how long X or Y are going to take.
No one is going to agree to this.
Tim, you know what you should do? You should get like the cable internet repairman to abide by your timers, or the
internet's
dryer
free.
washer
Pizza places
repairman.
do this. They do.
It's a selling point for a pizza place.
This would be a selling point for a restaurant. Yes, it would. If
No,
I
it
knew,
wouldn't. Not at all. I'm going to
I
a
can
nice
guarantee
restaurant.
I won't have slow service. I can guarantee
You don't
it.
go to any nice places anyway.
I do on
No, you
occasion. Yes, I
don't.
do. And when
You
I do, it would be
don't.
nice to know exactly when things are going to come out.
When you go to a nice place, you're there. That's your night.
Yeah, but I don't want to wait.
You just want to fucking leave.
No, I don't
That's
just.
all you want is to get in and out of there as quickly as possible. Apparently,
No, that's not the. I don't want to be there.
you're just like the type. You're just like the. What did you say before that? If you spend more time at a restaurant, that you wouldn't tip more.
I don't think you need to tip any more. No, I think it's the same amount. But
So you spend 3 hours there, you would tip the same as if you spent half an hour there.
yeah, it's all based on the bill. It's not based on the time.
Oh, Geoff, Tim was also shocked that one of our friends tipped the buffet server. He was blown away by it.
You tipped them $20.
Tim, I had to piss so much in a strip club in Orlando or in Daytona this weekend. You know how many tips that cost me? Oh my God, every piss is just more tips.
You've never
The
been to a
washroom
place where the
attendant
bathroom
guy.
attendant is there, have you?
I don't think that I have.
You gotta tip them. And they're spraying stuff at you don't want. You still got to tip them.
What if I say no thank you?
They might stab you.
What, that I don't want their cologne or their aftershave or...
Yeah, you would tip $1 and steal his entire
No,
bowl
I
of
would just
mint,
wash my
gum,
hands and
Jolly
leave.
Ranchers.
I would just wash my hands and leave.
Yeah, but if the night was ending and there was still mints or like Jolly Ranchers or
No, I wouldn't.
gum, you would.
No,
You
I
did that at
wouldn't.
a wedding once, though.
It was a wedding where the stuff was just going to get thrown out afterwards.
It wasn't getting thrown out.
It might have.
That's a real change in that story.
I think it's a very strong likelihood that it would have.
That you mean the people who, when they were cleaning up, they would have just taken it back with them?
They might have. I don't know that they would have. I wouldn't have.
Why not? So you wouldn't have taken your own stuff, but you would take other people's stuff.
Well, just in that case.
Tim,
What?
can I pay more for more time? Like me and my friends, we're at couples
Yes.
dinner, nice restaurant.
Yes. I like
and
that.
we can
Surcharge.
fill the meter. Like you're
I
saying,
love
like
this.
what if we?
Yes.
You're saying
yes,
there's a
I like
timer
this.
on them, but they have a timer on us. Like we got to get out of there. Maybe they got to want to turn the table over.
Oh, that's not what I thought you meant. I'm sorry. I thought you meant if it's $30 for the steak normally, I can spend $35 and get that steak 5 minutes
Oh,
faster.
so it's like Uber Express or whatever.
That's what I thought you were saying. That idea I liked. That I can pay a surcharge to get even faster.
You realize that
sure,
they're not
anyway.
holding it back, right?
I'm just saying. They'd make mine a priority.
Oh, so like the people who order on the app.
No, but the app is not the same thing. We were all at the restaurant at the same time in the building. The app is.
But
when
I'm
people
paying
use it-
more.
It's not. No, it's
Can
not
I
about
pay
that.
more to have yours come
It's
out
all
later?
about the
Because that
technology.
is, it's sort of like those piano bars where the guy plays shitty piano and you have to pay him to stop, which is a great idea.
Never been to one of those.
Well, seemingly, but
When I go to the bars, it's not that kind of thing. It's not.
sure. But like, if I'm at the table with you, can I pay an extra $20 to ensure that yours comes out way after mine?
No, this is not that. No. This
Why,
is
that sounds like something I would spend money on.
This is now becoming mean spirited, which is
I mean,
not
it's
what I
all
want.
mean-spirited to begin with. All it is you wanting things as quickly as you want them. You have you don't care about anyone
I
else.
just want to know
you
the
want
time.
yours now.
I want to know the time.
They probably don't. Have you ever worked in a kitchen?
No.
No. They have no fucking idea. They get the slip back there. They're trying to make stuff in a row. It's not fucking Domino's where it's already made.
I have visions of Kenny Kim yelling at me now.
I mean, Jared, you worked in a kitchen, didn't you?
So many kitchens.
How is this going to work?
It's not going to work.
How's it not going to work?
Say two cooks cut their hand, and you're down to 2 cooks out of 4. What are you going to do?
I guess I'm getting some free meals
Why would they give you a free meal?
because I was promised delivery in a certain period of
By
time.
you, apparently, because no restaurant's ever going to do this.
Yes, they will if they want everyone to be accountable.
What happens if you get sick calls? Like, does the time go up? Does that change? Like, do you leave?
You can
then?
adjust it at the start of the day, I suppose. You can adjust the menu. That's
Why
fine.
would they ever put this in place?
That's fine. You can adjust it all you want, but once the timer hits my table and I know how much time I've got, then that is fixed.
Tim, you know who has this down pretty good? Strippers in the back room. You know, like per song. You know, songs up, pay the meter.
I'm just saying, whether it's golf, whether it's at a restaurant, any number of places, timers to hold everybody accountable, and that way everyone knows how long something would take in 2025 makes a lot of sense.
That's why prostitutes are so efficient, buddy.
Where are you going today with
You're
these
the
comments?
one. I'm telling you. What do you mean? You're the one on the time. Telling you on the clock, bud.
He's giving you real life examples of things that are actually on a timer.
I'm giving examples of where I think a timer would ameliorate things.
But it wouldn't, because no one would want to fucking go to
Yes.
these places. And the businesses would not want to put this in.
Yes, they would.
No, they
and,
wouldn't.
And golf courses
Okay,
would
but-
love this.
No, they wouldn't. Golf courses wouldn't. What would happen? So you you press a button, and in 15 minutes, a thing goes over the hole.
Yeah.
Who's that going to fucking stop from playing the hole?
They're not going to be
What
able to
if two
finish the hole.
guys, they've been playing fast the whole day. They both lose their drive. They're in a match. Something's just happening. And there's one hole where something goes a little over time. Like,
The
I don't
times
know.
can be
and
generous. It can be like 23 minutes a hole if you want. You can have a generous time. I'm fine with that.
Does your time
And
get
you're
added
letting me
up?
feed the meter, which might annoy the people on the tee box waiting.
No, you can't feed the meter. You only get to do it once. Like, these things are scourges.
23 minutes a hole is what, 7 hours?
Yeah, but you're not going to take that long per hole. But if you have a really, really long hole, it ensures that it don't have to happen once, right? The first time you actually experienced you'd speed your golf
My
up.
question is, who is it going to stop from playing the hole?
The super slow golfers.
Yeah, but why would anyone still stop?
'Cause the
you
hole is
wouldn't
gone.
know that the hole was over until you got up to the green and you saw that there was
The
something-
flag would lower, and you'd know it was gone.
You still know where the hole is?
No, you don't, because the flag is gone. The
Okay.
pin sinks down, gone.
You know where the hole is. I walk up to the green, I see the hole where it should be.
Where
right?
it should be, but you don't know whether it's in or not. The flag stick's not there. It's just
You can
covered.
fudge that.
no one's gonna do that.
Really?
No one's
What
gonna
they're going
do that.
to do is, you know what? I'm a bit long on this one.
I'm
up
going
by
to the next
green.
hole.
I'm going to the next
Because
hole.
you don't-
That sounds fucking
it
ludicrous.
alleviates the marshals from having to actually do the most awkward thing in
you
golf.
mean do their fucking
Well,
job?
which
of
I'm
telling
sure they
people to
don't
speed
like
up?
to do, which is to tell people to skip
Well, you know,
holes.
if you can't tell people to speed up, this is going to be you when you're a marshal, by the way.
No.
Refusing to confront anyone about playing slow, ever, and never being seen.
I would be seen. I want to ask people how their day is going.
You know who was good? That marshal that we had this weekend?
He was a really nice guy.
No, he wasn't. He was an absolute asshole who kept telling people to hurry up.
Well, if they were going, you didn't say that to me in any of the groups I was in.
No, me neither. But there was one guy that he was on all week.
Well, was he playing slowly?
He was.
Well, play faster.
Jared, did you encounter the marshal?
Only when he asked us about the guy driving over the bridge.
Yes. One of our friends drove the
Cart
cart
over a walking
over
bridge.
a 20-foot high walking bridge where the cart could not fit. And they had to, like, cliffhanger style, get out of the cart and shimmy along the side of the bridge, which was just a 20-foot drop to nowhere, just to, like, move the cart like 6 inches in one direction or the other so they could get it going back. That happened.
What a fucking monkey.
That happened.
Like those walking bridges, they're like clearly walking bridges.
Oh, it even says walking bridge. There's a sign that says
I know, but
walking
even-
bridge.
They don't make walking bridges that like, maybe I can get my Carter. Like they're distinctively.
It was a scene. I mean, I didn't see it because we were in the first group out, but we heard about it. And apparently it was a disaster.
We were wondering where that group was for a while.
That explains the slowness because it took them like forever to like get the cart adjusted so they
So,
could back it out.
Let's say an accident like that happens on a hole. Now
You-
they can't complete it.
No, you can't. Nor should you.
But you still
Nor
could
should
complete
you.
it.
Honestly, you shouldn't be
COVID
allowed.
rules, you couldn't even hit the ball in the hole.
Wow.
Just switch to COVID rules.
This would just
Keep on playing.
be a way to prohibit unnecessarily slow golf.
Okay, Tim, hear me out. My group's only got a couple minutes left, and there's still a couple putts or something, and we mark the hole. And so now when the hole disappears, we know exactly where it is.
I mean, you
We
can
could
do
just
that
finish.
if you want, but you shouldn't, and I don't think many people will do that.
The hole is still going to be there, Jeff. It's not like grass comes over top.
Well, that's
of
what
it.
he said. He said the hole closes. He
That's not a
literally-
real thing.
Like a door, like closes over top of it. So you,
How much does this cost to implement?
not that much. It's all AI. You just click a button and it just slides.
All right. Give me a price.
I don't know.
Map this out for me.
It's probably like a $500 a hole investment.
Oh my God.
It's a timer with a little switch that moves a
No, but
little
it's the
sliding
hydraulic-
glass.
We have a you have to
of the
tear
hole
up the greens and put in a
disappearing.
fucking hydraulic system.
No, you don't. You just the little machine is in the hole and it just goes shoop.
A hole is that deep.
Yeah,
Where's everything going?
make it a little deeper.
So you have
And
to
then
tear
Tim,
up
the
the
whole
greens every
location
day.
moves. Like
No,
the
you
hole's
You have
the
different
same
pin
every
positions.
day.
You realize that, right?
Yeah, but it just goes from like being 5 inches deep to 10 inches deep. You just get a deeper cutting tool.
And what about the system that retracts the flag and puts it back up?
Well, that it goes in the cup.
It has to go back up.
It has to go back up. It just goes zoop.
Yep. What system in place makes it do that?
I'm not an
Does
engineer.
it do it by itself?
I'm not an engineer, but it's like
Is it magic?
it could
that
be
you're
Tim,
doing this
it could be battery
the-
powered.
When the group on the tee box hits the button to start their turn, the hole and the flag have to reappear from the ground.
No,
'Cause you
it-
just closed
yes.
it.
Yes, it does.
So how does it do that?
It's like just like that sends a signal, like through Bluetooth.
How
whatever.
does it do it?
I don't know how it does. I'm not an engineer, but people who understand these things can like AI it or Bluetooth it and figure it out.
They can AI it or Bluetooth it
Yeah.
and figure it
They
out.
can. I can't. I don't have that
The
ability,
whole
but they can figure out
location
the
should
mechanism.
change daily, so you have one stationary hole always, or is there a hydraulic system under?
There's a
every-
little tiny hydraulics thing that goes in the cup. It's only like yay big.
And that's going to work with your AI Bluetooth signal.
Yes, I will. It'll
Especially
read it.
when you put it underground when it retracts into the ground.
It's not that deep into the ground. It's only a few inches in the ground, and it can read it, the signal.
You're not super close to it. You realize that.
No, but you
when
can
you're
still-
560 yards away.
You can still send a signal in such a way that the machine will know that the timer has started.
This sounds like
Let's
a
say
fucking
I'm on-
hassle.
This is no different like in all those movies where they have detonators and like you're hundreds of kilometers away and you push the button on the detonator and it works.
And I'm on the tee box on like a 500-yard hole, so you can't fully see, or like a dog leg, so you can't see the green. And for some reason, when my group hit the button, it didn't activate. And now we're out in the fairway, and there's no hole or flag.
Then you know what? You get refunded your green fee.
Well, golf courses aren't good, so they're going to spend a bunch of fucking money that they don't need to, and then they're going to refund people money if it doesn't work.
But it'll make the playing experience so
No,
much
it
better.
won't. It will do absolutely nothing.
It will speed up
No,
play.
it won't.
You know what else this is going to do? Oh, I got 23 minutes on this hole. I'll have a couple of beers. I'll take my time looking for this golf ball. Everybody's going to use the entire
No,
time.
they won't. No, they won't. Because the
You're
first time
right.
they run out, be like, oh God, I got to hurry up.
No, they'll actually maximize their time. Some people
And if it happens,
will like
no.
will maximize it like it's a massage chair or something.
It's like you've never played golf with people before. Or seen people at a golf course.
Most people are not that selfish.
We've got like 5 more minutes. Let's all hit our putts again.
Yeah, let's take another drive.
That would not happen.
No, there's no way
That's
could
bad
happen.
etiquette. It wouldn't happen. It wouldn't.
You don't think that there are people who have bad etiquette who play golf?
There's a handful of people that do, but that wouldn't happen a lot.
No,
But
because
then
you're
the marshal would have to come out.
That's
and
what the
they thought
job
we
of the
got rid
marshal is.
them.
The
We
marshal can just
fired them.
marshal at that point. Hey, don't do that. Hey, don't do this.
They can do that now. Then you're not spending any fucking money.
The confrontation is too much, and I don't like it.
So you can't be a marshal.
I don't think I
You're
could
too
be
big
a
of a
marshal.
fucking
I
pussy
could
to
be
tell
a,
someone to hurry
I
up.
could be a rules official. I don't think I could be a marshal.
That's not a real thing.
Well, it is.
On the PGA Tour, it's a
well,
thing.
and
You see it tell you next time you have a ruling, call up the rules official at our course. See when he comes out.
I would say any tournament has a rules official.
our club championship.
I bet you
does
there's one person whose job it was to be the rules official.
I mean, after playing with the group that I played with who played in it, they said they just kind of agreed on whatever the rule was and kept on going.
Any legit like tournament that's a professional tournament where there's money on the line would most definitely have a rules official.
You should go to those and become a rules official.
I think I'd be good at it.
Maybe. But I don't see what
think
that
you get
this has to do
bullied
with
by the
anything you're
people.
talking about.
Well, what it's got to do with things
You're
take too long.
intimidated. Hold on. You're intimidated by someone who works at a hot counter and has a ladle that serves.
Yeah, but if it's
Then,
my
like, you would
job,
be able.
if it's my job that day to enforce the rules without passion or prejudice, I'd have no trouble doing that.
Then why can't you be a marshal and tell people to hurry the fuck up?
That's such an awkward conversation.
It's not. Hurry up. You're playing
Oh,
slow.
I don't mind telling people to hurry
It's
up.
what I yell at people on the tee.
I wouldn't mind telling people to hurry up. It's like when you then have to take that next step.
You
and telling
can't
people to
even
skip
ask
a
a
hole.
waiter what that dish is that just walked by the table
No, it's
that
too-
looked
that's
good.
too uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're gonna
What
be a
are you
great fucking marshal.
talking about?
I just
You're going to confront like a serious
Don't
golfer
like things taking
about a
an-
rule?
things shouldn't take so long, and timers would help solve some of this problem.
Not in any of these scenarios. Because all they would do at a restaurant if they put in a timer is make it twice as long as it probably takes. Just to ensure that they don't have to give you free shit.
Well, you know, if that's what it took, that's what it took. Then at
Then
least,
why have them in the first place?
because if it ever did go over that, they really would have to give it to you free.
But it wouldn't. They would, as someone who owns a business thinking this through, be like, yeah, 2 hours till you get your food.
I, as a customer, if there were accurate timers,
If
on the
I
table,
went to a place that had a timer on the food, I would think it's the lowest fucking place
well,
on
I would be enthused.
Why are you treating my dinner like it's a parking spot, you freak show?
Like, let's get in, let's eat, and let's get out.
No.
Let's, I'm not here all day. Let's get going.
Where are you
going to do?
going?
Where are you going?
How are you so busy that you think you want this?
Like, an hour and a half, that's good. Like, let's move on.
Are you having problems where you're like at an hour and a half and
No, but it's like
you're not out of there? When was the last time you went to a restaurant that was more than an hour and a half? Even the other night
it was
wasn't.
2 hours.
Because we kept getting drinks.
It was not that many. It was 2 hours we were in there for.
Okay.
Like,
Yes, Jared, you were there.
No, yeah, that was That, to be fair, that was an hour before we got our food. But the way this works is if it comes out sooner, you have to pay more.
More.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that.
Really?
I
You would be
disagree.
fine with that. So I'm telling you that your food is coming out in 53 minutes. It comes out in 23. You owe double.
Not double.
And
No,
what if
no,
Tim's
no,
at the-
it came out twice as fast.
What
$1
if
a
Tim's,
minute.
if it's scheduled to come out in 20 and it comes out in 16 and he's in the washroom, he's going to call the manager and be like, I was in the washroom when it came out. I wanted to be there when it arrived. Give me a refund.
And they'd be like, sir, you can go fuck yourself.
Well, they wouldn't talk to me like that. I'm a customer. But
I'm shocked that you don't get talked to more like that.
no.
Because businesses are really stepping up. It's not all about the customer anymore, which I do appreciate.
Anyway,
Businesses will tell you to go fuck
I'm
off
just
now.
trying to solve problems.
A problem that doesn't exist.
Slow play in golf is an epidemic.
Sure, but they're
it needs
you
to
know
be
how
solved.
you alleviate slow play in golf? Don't have as many members and don't have as many tee times.
Well,
And publicize publicize, make it public.
Yeah.
yeah, but most of these people are green fears. So even if you publicize it, it's not like
You're complaining. I mean, you only play at our course. This is what you're talking about.
no, but it's just in general.
Don't jam in 6-minute tee times.
I
which
agree.
They're doing. So it's on them.
I agree.
They're creating the slow play.
That is a problem. That is a problem.
I know a lot of people who watch this show and listen to this show are business owners, and a lot of them, they don't have the overhead to have a fancy downtown office with 1,000 employees. A lot of them, like myself, are just running it out of their home, in their basement, at a small workspace, whatever it might be, and Square gives you the flexibility to grow at your own pace. You can set up an online store in just a few clicks, and right now, listeners can get up to $200 off Square hardware when you sign up at square.com/go/mayo. If you run a small business that has customers coming in, be it in person or online, Square is where you're going to want to be to enhance your experience. For me, whenever I go in, I find it quick, I find it seamless, and then I'm out of there. Square keeps up so you don't have to slow down. Get everything you need to run and grow your business without any long-term commitments. And why wait? Right now, you can get up to $200 off Square hardware at square.com/go/mayo. That's SQUARE.com/GO/mayo. Run your business smarter with Square. Get started today. Are you ready for some football? If not, Chubby's is ready to help you with their NFL collection. Whether you're tailgating, grilling, riding the highs and lows from the game from your couch, Chubby's has officially licensed NFL gear to keep you looking like an ultimate fanatic. Now, you know, for me, I just really personally love Chubby's because they come in 3 different lengths, which are perfect for me. I like to show a lot of leg, and I'm not a super tall guy. So if I end up getting a small, they come out below my knees, and I look like I'm trying to be Eminem from the late 90s, which is not really the look that I'm going for here. And they have some bold designs for the NFL, but I like my monochromatic shorts when I'm going out. Show off some nice tan, some nice legs, and boom, we are looking good out there. For a limited time, use my exclusive code MAYO for $10 off at chubbyshorts.com/mayo. Yes, that includes the NFL collection. Let the thighs out and the good times roll. Let's move on to the AFC West. And we'll start with the upstart Denver Broncos. 9.5 wins, juiced up to +105 at CoolBet right now. Playoffs -110, division +275, conference 17-1, Super Bowl 30-1. Geoff, I'm going to start with you on the Broncos. Are they the team that's now being inflated this year and is going to take a big step back?
I mean, they're like, to me, in the AFC, they're the team like I only see people picking. So everyone loves the Broncos. I could see why. They're all apparently their ceiling, their defense is incredible. Everyone's in love. I'm gonna pick I'm gonna pick them to go over. I think their floor is pretty high.
Good defense can go the other way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessary. Look at the Jets last year. And a lot of the Jets' great defense 2 years ago was kind of a testament to how inept their offense was.
I'm not convinced the Jets' defensive problems don't stem from the fact that Saleh got fired. I kind of like the defense was actually
they weren't
playing.
a top 5 defense to start the
No,
year
but they
when
were
had
playing.
Saleh.
They were playing fine, and then they really went off a cliff. So I don't know. I'm taking the under here. I have 2 relatively sizable overs in this division, so I got to take an under somewhere. And well, actually, I'm taking 2. So I'm going to take the under here. I think the Broncos are going to finish 4th in their division.
Wow.
I'm going to go like 6-11. I'm still not sold on Bo Nix. I can be sold. He played much better in the second half of the year, and that team went to the playoffs. So there's certainly steps that can be made, but I'm still not positive that he's that great of a quarterback. And in a division that has 2 elite quarterbacks and 1 pretty good quarterback, like I think you need to have at least a pretty good, if not elite style quarterback to get over this number and maybe win the division. And I don't think they've got that with him. So I am going to play the under.
I'm going to go under as well, but I can see where 13 wins comes into play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The defense plays as well as it did, or it somehow improves. Good D-line, great O-line. Quarterback is a great product for what the coach wants to do offensively. They don't have a ton of skill on offense, but they have enough.
Yeah.
They drafted Harvey.
Coach knows how to maximize strengths. Holy shit, Broncos fans. Someone told you there'd be 1 over on this panel, and it was me. You wouldn't have believed them, would you?
The coin went over with you. It's just a lot for that defense to keep up being at elite level. And if they're not that, then they're very much in the mix with everyone else.
Yeah.
Even if Nix is fine, it just seems like fine is all Sean Payton needs because he's so good at putting it on the whiteboard, something like short and dinky, and then he'll hit you over the top. And
Sure, but I think we take a look at the range of outcomes curve. I think that 9 wins and 8 wins is just as likely as 10 wins and 11 wins.
okay, fair.
So, and you're getting you're getting plus 105 to bet the over. So I guess more people are on the under than the over right now, but one bad injury away from someone not doing what they're supposed to, and then they go under. I don't have strong feelings about it either way, but I'll take the under because the Chargers, Geoff, are up next. You want to play the win game here?
No, I don't like this game.
You have to
because
play it. I
won't
played
match
it.
up with my
You
prediction.
asked to play it.
Yeah, but he has to
You
play
said
it too.
bring up the schedule.
I know I did, but he needs to play the game.
No.
If
The
he won't,
Chargers
I will.
are going under.
I'll
That's
play
all-
the game.
The Chargers are going under, but if you make me play this game, I think I'll have them over because when you ask me a question, we're not playing the game.
Chiefs, week 1.
Fuck, man. Win.
At the Raiders, week 2.
Win.
At home against the Broncos.
Loss.
At the Giants.
Win.
At home against Washington.
Loss.
At the Dolphins.
Win.
At home against the Colts.
Win.
At home against the Vikings.
Loss.
At the Titans.
Win.
At home against the Steelers. He wants to say win. I would say win.
Win.
At the Jags.
Loss.
Okay. Come on now. At home against the Raiders.
Win.
At home against the Eagles.
Loss.
At the Chiefs.
Loss.
At the Cowboys.
Loss.
At home against the Texans.
Win.
At the Broncos.
Loss.
9 and 8 is what you have them at, so that would be an under for you. And you really started to
That Jags loss is not legit.
Yeah, just started thinking about where the losses go. That's a bad end of the schedule, though. That Eagles Chiefs combo is tough.
Okay, listen. I care so much, but I just don't see any way in which their ceiling is achievable after the Slater injury with
They lost an O lineman. Look,
Who they can replace with one of the very best right tackles at left tackle.
It sucks. This is not a season-ending type injury.
It's not.
Yeah, it is because
not.
we're limited.
You have the whole season. If this
We're
happened
limited-
if this happened in week 16, it's probably season-ending.
And you have a great replacement.
You have a great coach and you have a great replacement, and you can figure this out on the fly. And you're not
Yeah,
going to
but
be the only team
that makes
loses
a
a great
hole on the
offensive
other
lineman.
side. To me, this team could have been successful. My ceiling, my aspirations could have been attainable under the scenario for which Rashawn Slater locks down the one side, and then that Alt Becton monstrous combo on the other side would have meat grinded any 3rd and 2 we needed to help put away a game. If Justin Herbert needed a 3rd and 9 to move the chains with those guys, Alton Slater on both ends, we have the chance to get the time to run the route, to deliver the ball. Now Trey Pipkins is on the field. Joe Alt is moving to left tackle. It's harder than right tackle. Yes, he can do it. Yes, I expect him to succeed. Yes, there will be growing pains. So there will be a mistake or two on that transition. And everything is stunted. Everything is stunted. I am sorry. Last year, you can make the case they grossly overachieved. And it was lovely to see. It was lovely to see, but there was not a quality win on the schedule. But when you won 5 the year before, then you win 11, no one like me is fucking counting. Or sorry, cares about quality. You're just happy with the number. Every bad quarterback they played last year, they dummied. Minter put them in a box, and we just killed them. But when we played higher level, it seemed like they could figure out what we were trying to do, and we didn't have anywhere close to that success. And the schedule's just harder. And I mean, maybe you'll tell me one of these mid-round receivers develops, so there's a receiving core, but there aren't many weapons. I don't know. It's a rookie running back. He could be amazing. He could be mid. He could be less than mid.
You got Cotton Eye Joe at running back, too. He might play. He's the Pirate. He's going to get some yards.
Worst fucking tight end room in the goddamn league. I don't like. No, surprise me. Like I don't think they'll be. I don't want people to be like, oh, Fienberg thinks they're going to win 4 or 5 games. No, they're fine. They're fine with Harbaugh and Herbert, and I think Minter's great. They'll be fine. But for me, I only want, like, if they can't, I want them to win it before I die, and I don't think that's happening this year. So now the ceiling just feels unattainable. There's an unattainable ceiling. That's how I look at it.
They lost their left tackle who they can replace, and their whole season is ruined. I think that's kind of a clown take.
I don't even know if they were going to be good enough with him.
Really?
They didn't do much. They did not do much in the offseason. And what they did was spend money on Becton, which was fine in the scenario of make that single unit your premium strength. Now that unit is no longer...
Oh, you have everything is so hard for you. It's
no,
so difficult.
I'm asked to evolve.
You have one of the
I'm
very
not
best
saying
10,
they're gonna be a
12
5-win team.
quarterbacks in football. You have a good receiver. You have one of the very best coaches.
There's one receiver.
You know, you have all these things that are going right for you, and it's the world. It's just doom and gloom. Come on. Things are I'm picking them way over. I'm picking them to win the division. I'm picking the over.
Now I'm happier.
Okay, well, I'm glad I was able to make your day because I'm picking them to win the division.
Why? Tell me why. Put air in my tires.
I'm half tempted to look at the 14 and even 25.
Put air in my tires. Tell me why. Why?
Because
tell me why.
I think your coach is excellent. That's why. And I think your quarterback, while I'm a little lower on him than some people are, still a very, very, very talented quarterback. And you still have playmakers on defense. And I think the fact that you get to play your toughest opponent is on a bit of a downslide, and you get to play them week 1 in a foreign country, where I think that's a fantastic
advantage. So what if we lose that game?
You.
Would your opinion change? No,
because you would have lost the game if it had been in Los Angeles. But I think you have a much better chance to win it on foreign soil, where you'll have, there won't be as many Chiefs fans there. I look at your schedule. The Pat just read it out. In my head, I counted. I got to 12.
Shut up. You're foolish. No, you didn't.
Okay,
Pat,
sure. Why don't you tell me what I think? Because that would be more interesting.
Now you'll jig it to 12.
12. You got to 9. There were 3 more wins there. You gave 2 losses to the Broncos. I don't agree. You gave 2 losses to the Chiefs. I don't agree. I would split both of those.
I won the first game.
You won the first one.
Well, you gave 2 losses to the Broncos, and I don't agree with that. And you gave a loss to the Jags. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, but I gave myself a win.
And you gave that loss to the Cowboys, and I don't agree with that.
Hold on. I gave myself a win versus like the Texans that a lot of people probably says.
Yeah, it's not the playoffs. You can win that game.
They made Herbert throw 5 picks.
I said it's not the playoffs. It's okay. You're just all doom and gloom about this team, but I actually think you've got a very high ceiling. It's unfortunate Slater got hurt, but you're like the only team in the NFL that can handle this and take it in stride.
I
You're
don't
fine.
feel you're like after
You're fine.
last year. I don't think the like linear progress is like happening.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
we'll see. We're 3 weeks away from you being on cloud 9. We'll see.
Raiders.
if they run the division 3-0 through the first three, that'll be like Tim at 5-0.
Yes, it will be.
put it
Yeah,
that
I can't
way.
wait. And then I can whisper sweet nothings to you in DMs
Well, you
about the
haven't
Chargers.
been. I've been down and you haven't, honey.
Give me time. Give it time.
Are you? I see. You only accept praise and credit. You're not good at giving out praise and credit.
I can do it.
Can you?
I just did.
Is there a timer on it?
I just did. I like the Chargers in this division.
Raiders.
I like them too.
I actually like
What
the
did
Raiders.
Pat pick?
I picked under.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, come on now. Raiders is 6.5, but minus 145 to the over, 325 to make the playoffs, 20-1 to win the division, 50-1 conference, 110-1 to win the Super Bowl. It's not so much that I think that the Raiders are great, because Jacoby Myers just requested a trade, the sources say. But I just think getting in a real coach and a real quarterback is just good news for a team that wasn't like horrible last year, which was all pretty. I mean, they won 4 games. So that wasn't great.
Yeah.
But improved play. Like, how many more wins is Geno worth over Aiden O'Connell?
3.
3? And how many wins? Who did they have? Who was their coach last year?
Oh,
Was
what's
it
his
still
name?
that guy?
The guy who's
McDaniels.
no, that was 2 years ago.
Oh, the guy that beat Staley
Antonio
and got
Pierce.
a job.
Yeah, Antonio Pierce, who just
Yeah,
wasn't
because
up
they
for the
dummied
job.
Brandon Staley and people thought he was good at his job.
Yeah,
So now they got Pete Carroll in there, who not really an X's and O's guy. He's got Chip Kelly for that.
and who proved himself by winning a national championship in
listen,
Ohio State as an offensive coordinator.
Really don't give that big of a shit how people do in college.
I do if they're offensive coordinating, and we know they're really good at offense. He was, and then he went through a lull.
It's
and then he
different.
proved
It's
it isn't.
different
It isn't.
in college.
It isn't. It isn't.
It when you
I
play
think
at one of those schools where you now have, especially, it was always the case they had good players. Now they have all the good players.
You would think it's even easier.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like it's an even easier transition from college to pro.
No, because your players are so much better than your competition's players.
I don't know. In the Big Ten, they're all they're very loaded. And in the playoffs, all those teams are loaded. And Ohio State proved themselves. I don't know. Chip Kelly renovated himself as an offensive coordinator, showed some great play calling. I mean, I watched that Ohio State Notre Dame championship game very closely. He called a fantastic game. Going to the Raiders is good move for them. I like Geno Smith. I like them bringing in Carroll. I like them to win like 8 games. I'd like to say even more, but at least 8, and that gets me an over.
Yeah, I'm right around 8, 9, 7, and 10, Jeff, for the Raiders. And I think Geno's good. I think he's better indoors. And I think that Pete Carroll is an adult who they had a players coach in Pierce last year, but we had no idea if he was a decent coach or not.
And they have an inside source on Fox who calls all the games.
That's a big advantage.
That's it's a small advantage, but it's an
I
advantage.
don't think that's
nonetheless.
not more of like a week to week advantage. That's more of like a macro institutional.
Fair and balanced, fair and balanced, fair and balanced.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen.
People don't have any idea what I'm referring to. That's what Geoff screamed at the Raiders owner when he saw him in Canton. True or false?
It's a clear. There's a clear conflict of interest there, and they're also lying about it. Like, 'cause
it's
he
not
is
that
heavily
bad.
involved. The coach of the GM acknowledged how deep he is in their process, and then you ask them on an official level, the organization's like, nope, he's never around, doesn't talk to anybody. That being said, over, sure, yeah, I 7 or 8 wins for me for the Raiders because I'm gonna do something here. We're gonna stick the over.
Well, it's the Chiefs at 11.5 that are up next. Their win total is juiced to 105, plus 105 to the over, minus 415 to make the playoffs, minus 125 to win the division, 4-1 conference, 8-1 Super Bowl. Over sounds good for the Chiefs. For me, they're a good team.
Yeah, Mahomes has the best receivers I feel like he's had in years. So
Yeah,
over.
We'll see when Rice comes. Rice will come back at some point, and he will be healthy. That's just another added bonus to them. Their defense is pretty good. They got the best player in football. Over. It's usually a good strategy for picking overs.
Under. Not by much. 10 or 11, but not 11 and a half. I don't think they get to 12, so I will take an under on them.
You're taking the over, Jeff?
Yeah. Like, come on.
I do expect
They-
a little regression. Like I do. Like people seem to forget. Like they couldn't even compete against like the Eagles. They couldn't compete.
I mean, they made the Super Bowl. They're terrible.
No, they're not. They're not terrible. They're a playoff team, but like they didn't look great for most of last year. If you remember, how many one possession games that they win? Like they
Blocked field goal.
their
against
Pythagorean
Denver.
theorem win total would have been significantly
Sure.
lower than what it was.
But it felt like last year was their down year.
Like they got real fluky last year, and if things even stabilize a little bit, that's a team that's only going to win 10 games.
How many wins do you give them because the refs are in their pockets?
Well, I don't feel like the refs are in their pockets.
I don't either. But
I've
people-
never-
when they win games, people do.
I've never really felt that way. I think these are very obviously it's the Chiefs. They're a really talented team, but I think they're ebbing a little bit. I don't see as much reason to get excited about them as I do other teams. And
Yeah,
I think
you're not asking them to win 14.
you're asking them to win
games.
12, and I don't think. I mean, they play on, and their schedule is as always. It's so bananas. They play on every single day of the week, but like Tuesday or
I
something.
feel like that is to their advantage.
I
at
don't
this
think
point,
it is.
'cause they're used to playing on these weird days. The other teams
I
aren't.
feel like that nonsense catches up with you. I don't like it. They play on Thanksgiving. They play 2 Friday games, I think.
I think they became the Netflix official Christmas team.
Yeah, like they just play a bunch of weird games, and I just don't like it for them. And I don't. Anyway, they're a playoff team, but then they're not a wild card team, or not a division champion, and they go on to that.
So you're picking the Chargers to win the West.
I am.
I'm picking Kansas City. Jeff?
Let's keep the chalk going. Kansas City.
Yeah, until Baltimore, Kansas City, or the Bills
Buffalo.
just don't win one of these divisions one of these years. It's just like, all right. Or at least we see something, like maybe another team pulls like I guess the Vikings didn't win the division last year against the Lions, but like a team just comes out of nowhere to challenge with another amazing record. It's hard to go against these teams.
I get it, but I'm going to.
AFC South. The Titans are up first. We watched some Titans.
I was impressed.
Over the weekend. We saw Cam Ward throw 2 passes. You're all in.
And, he doesn't turn the ball over, as we were told. I liked the way I was already kind of all in on the Titans for that terrible division before the season began. And I remain there. I like their chances. I believe in Cam Ward. I think it's a bad division. I think he's going to be really, really good. Year after year, someone goes worst to first. I think this is a team that's going to do it. And it's because I can't get excited about the Jaguars, which would be the other team people would take if you were going to go against the Texans. I think the Colts are a mess, and I'm still very ambivalent about Houston. Like they're kind of thin. We saw it again last year. They just get hurt too much, and I don't trust them. So, all that being said, I'm picking the Titans as a long shot. And that's my long shot.
And that's your division winner?
It is at 8-1. That's my long shot. I know it is, and they could be terrible, but I'm going to bank on Cam Ward.
I think if there's a division to do this in, Jeff, this is the division because I don't like any of these teams.
They have one of the easier schedules in the league. I guess that comes from the division and last year. Like this isn't an ATS conversation, but it's crazy how they like the self-inflicted wounds. So it's almost like, how could there not be that positive, like late game turnover, positive regression, I guess you should say. And just simply better play. I like Cam Ward. I'm not Tim. I don't want to put that sort of hex or pressure on him.
Hey.
But I think he's great. I think they're clear. I think they're winning 6-7 games. So over.
A round of overs. So the first team in the AFC is the Tennessee Titans. Yeah, we should have known last year when I made them my gold pick to cover against the Bears. And I think they were up by 14 with like 4 minutes left and didn't cover the game.
How many gold picks were they for Cam?
Oh, he was on the Panthers for the first
Till
8 weeks.
you banned himself essentially, and then he was just all Titans all the time.
That didn't work.
How's like it's the end of summer? Like, you having any luck wrangling Cam for what's coming or what?
If you guys are available on Thursday evening,
I think Friday's better for me.
I can't do Friday. I have surgery on Friday.
Okay, I don't know that I can make Thursday, but you don't need me anyway.
Yes, but what are you talking about?
You don't need me.
We're not doing the show then. So no win totals draft show
I
this
can't
year.
on Thursday.
Yeah, well, if you can't do it, we can't do it.
Okay.
So there's no win totals draft show this year. Tim can't do it.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. You got things to do. I get it. That's too bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I found out today. I can't do it.
All right. Well, what can we do, Jeff? Can you brainstorm in real time?
I mean, we can do it. It'd just be like not as good without Tim. We get someone else.
Draft me by proxy.
No, like just someone else. I don't know.
Someone
like
can draft
Cam
my
and
team for me.
We'll get Jared to draft your team for you.
Yeah, that's fine.
And we'll do it that way.
That works for me. He'll know who.
Of course it works for you. You're not here.
No, but he knows who I took over and under on all the teams. So.
I don't think he's paying attention that hard.
I think Jared is going to draft a team that represents himself.
That's fine.
like
Houston,
if
Texans.
he's going to draft it, I think he's going to want to like try to draft the best team possible.
I will not be taking the Titans early. I can tell you
That's
that
okay.
for free.
You don't need to. It's a great value pick late.
I guarantee you, Cam like loves the Titans.
Oh yeah. I mean, he'll love the Jets this year too. They also have a 5.5 win total.
Like, don't get me wrong. A lot of people were wrong, but in the same way Cam was all in on like Carolina last year, he's going to be all in on the Titans this year.
And Carolina.
Yeah.
Cats.
If you liked them last year, you'll like them again this year. Do any of you guys like the Texans this year?
No.
I don't. That was like a really quick no.
Nine
Why?
and a half.
Why do you emphatically not like them, Tim?
I don't know if they got any better. Stroud looked worse last year than he did in his first year. Just not excited for them.
Is it just was too much thrust upon him?
Maybe.
They did make the playoffs.
They did.
And they won a playoff game.
They did indeed. Like, they're not horrific. There's a reason that they're by 2 games favored to win the division, but I just don't. I can't get excited for them.
Yeah, 9.5 minus 115 to win the
Under
division.
8 and 9, 9 and 8 under.
Yeah, I'm gonna go under 2, Jeff.
Just the defense is so bad, but you know their offensive line I think got worse. Could be really bad.
See that was the strategy when they traded Tunsil. It's like, okay, we have this one guy who's good that makes no difference to us because we only have one good offensive lineman. Let's just get something for him.
Yeah.
I just don't like they can be good, but I don't see them being like there's some people that see a couple names on their team and think that they have a real ceiling. I'm not one of those. But
Listen, their offense got blowed up big time last year. Diggs went down, Tank Dell got hurt, and they were just left with Nico, who also got hurt throughout the course of the season. Now they return Nico, he's at full strength. This Higgins guy, who Jake tells me is pretty good. Christian Kirk is on their team now. Like, their offense looks like it should be a little bit better. Mixon's going to miss the first 4 games at least. Not that
They have Nick Chubb. That's fine.
I don't mind that at all. So,
Like, they're okay, but it's like,
Amari Cooper just re-signed with the Raiders.
I don't hate that.
that's what Jacoby just asked for a trade.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I'm not super excited about Amari Cooper. I don't hate that.
If he's going to be starting as a receiver on the Raiders, that
Yeah,
hurts
I don't
the
hate
Raiders.
that, but
He was washed 2 years ago.
anyway, under. I'm not excited about Houston. I don't want to see them in the playoffs either.
Jeff?
Under. I don't feel good about saying that. I don't feel great about that.
Only the coin is taking over on the Houston Texans. The Jags and everyone's favorite new head coach, Ice Cream Cohen, is up there. Oh, Liam. I don't understand the love for Liam Cohen. I just don't get it.
I guess he did a lot of good things last season with Tampa Bay.
Which Canales did the year before.
Yeah.
And I will, Jeff, I will ask you this question. And maybe I asked it on the show. I asked this to someone. What if the success of the Bucs offense has to do with having a good quarterback?
I mean, that could be just a minor part of what's happened in Tampa, and he's gotten a lot of guys great jobs.
Like if this year the Bucs are good on offense again, does that guy get a head coaching job? And then none of the credit goes to the players on the team?
This is a team for like a low market team that like doesn't get a lot of attention for the most part, you know, unless they're really good. It seems like an incredibly intriguing situation, and that goes beyond like the fascination around the first round pick who can play both ways, which will obviously get a lot of attention. There's just, you know, it still feels like there's a lot of potential there. So, you know, them being really good, I think isn't really good as a stretch, but them being good is in the range of outcomes for me. I'll back them up. Let's go over
On the Jags. If Lawrence sucks this year, what happens?
I get to take a lot of credit.
But you went back in on him.
Not really.
You did. You flip-flopped.
No.
You said that he was a CFL player.
Yeah, well,
and then after 2 years, you're like, no, actually, he's really good. Now he sucks.
I've never been on the position that he was going to be like the second coming of a great quarterback.
You said that he was a CFL player. And then you changed your mind.
Because that was a bit mean, and that was that was a little bit too much. But I was right that he wasn't going to be like a world-changing quarterback, and he hasn't been. Geoff is right, though. I am worried that this team in this garbage division, with the playmakers they do have, that if everything just like fell into place, they could win like 14 games because they don't play anybody good, and then like are sort of a fraud 1 or 2 seed. I could totally see that. That scares me. So I will play the over.
I'm going to go over as well. So it's a round over on the Jags. I like them to win the division only because of what you said. I think
I can see it. I don't hate it.
They probably have the most upside of any of these teams. And if one team got to 11 wins, which I would feel is good enough to win this division, it would be them.
Well, I don't hate that.
And maybe Cohen's good. Maybe just with more playmakers, Lawrence will be good. He won't be as hurt. That'd be helpful for them. The Colts are the last team who are now starting Daniel Jones at the quarterback position.
Good enough for a week 1 win, but I don't know about after that.
Do you think that the Dolphins are going to go 0-17?
No, I couldn't be so lucky. But I think they're going to.
Then they get Arch Manning.
No, he'll pass, as Geoff already said.
He came out against that.
And of course, he said that. You don't want that hanging over your head all year. Will he become? I think that's the right PR move.
Geoff, if Miami had the first pick, I think he would come out if they were going to take him.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Listen, if they have the first pick, everything's been cleaned out. And honestly, the Manning family could probably hire the whole front office. Like Stephen Ross would probably allow them to hire anyone they wanted in the entire executive suites of building that team, at which point that could be an intriguing situation, to get their boy in the best spot possible. I do make jokes sometimes about the Manning family cabal, but really, like, that's just a joke. It's truly such a, like, one of the greatest sports stories of decades now. If this next one is just like, the other offspring, and how, I want to say it, like, how just great they all are. And they all seem like lovely people.
Netflix just got the World Baseball Classic for 2026.
Who won the World Baseball Classic the last time?
Japan, because it was Shohei versus USA. It ended with Shohei striking out Trout. It was a really compelling ending.
I don't remember any of that, so I guess that looks bad on me. But I feel like that's a completely contrived event that nobody cares about. But maybe I'm wrong. I guess maybe people do.
It is contrived. It is contrived. But the Dominican countries and Japan care a lot, so that's good for baseball, even if the American audience hasn't really,
I always like the Italian team, which just features MLB players of Italian descent. If you can kind of say their name like they're Italian, they're on the team.
I feel like Piazza was their coach last time.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
Who was the guy that used to play for the Blue Jays? Frank Catalanato.
Yeah,
he was like their best player. And that Sidney Ponson used to get to pitch for
Netherlands
because he was from Aruba.
That's right.
So the Colts are 7.5. They got Daniel Jones. Maybe they go back to Richardson.
How dare the Colts have 2 more projected wins than the Jets?
Why?
This is not a very good team.
Neither are the Jets.
No, the Jets have a lot more skill than the Colts do.
Do they?
Yes.
They don't play in this division.
Oh my goodness, they have so much better. Are you making fun of me?
No, I just see.
I'm sorry. I'm indignant. I'm annoyed that the Jets have longer odds at all these things. When, like, come on, the Colts are not good.
No, they aren't. Under for me on 7.5.
Under.
Another
It's
team
just
that could
such
be
a. Everything here's so meh. I don't know what to make of it. I still think. I don't even consider Anthony Richardson like a bust, and obviously, like, it was an unsuccessful pick. But in some cases, like with a lot of top quarterbacks that were taken high, that sucked. They, like a Leaf or a Jamarcus Russell sort of thing, and there's probably other more recent examples. The player, this is just all on the Colts. This is all on the Colts. They overdrafted a guy with no experience. Like Russell and Leaf, they sucked, but they weren't like overdrafted. So it's like 90% Colts, 10% Richardson, even if he never was a good player. I don't even care. They're so dumb. They draft that guy, think he's going to know what he does from day one. What a dumb franchise. And maybe that was just the old man, the R.I.P. Irsay, who like was crazy in the draft room and like forced the hand. And maybe that's why like Ballard has never been fired, because Irsay and the Irsay family like were aware like our dad did this, not the GM. But that's a lot of words under. Fine roster. Like, you know, there's decent players all throughout it, but just not like enough good players.
Who are you taking to win the division, Geoff?
I'm with you, Pat. I'm gonna see if the Jags can roar this year.
Right. We were two on point, and we agreed on everything in that division. So just flip it, and the Texans and Colts are going to be awesome. And the teams that we picked are going to be very
We
good.
all agreed across the board. We had the same result for every team.
Yep. Even
Wow.
the coin outside of the Texans. The coin did
I
go
don't think
over.
that has ever happened before.
It's weird.
It's also a division no one cares about.
Very, very insignificant.
That brings us to, we have to pick our conference champions and conference winners.
Okay.
I will go AFC, Buffalo over Baltimore in the AFC Championship game, and I'll take the Lions over the Eagles in the NFC. What?
I have the same NFC championship.
Really?
Lions over Eagles.
And I will go in the someone can't lose the Super Bowl. Maybe there'll be new rules put in. I'll go Buffalo over Detroit.
We saw that game.
We did. It was 10-9.
I believe it was 12-10.
No, 12-10 at Orchard Park in
Yeah.
2011.
10.
Was it 2010?
November of 2010.
Tim, your AFC, NFC, and Super Bowl winner.
NFC, Detroit over Philadelphia. AFC, Bengals over Chargers, with the Bengals defeating the Lions in the Super Bowl. And Joe Burrow is MVP.
Detroit's on the tough end here.
Are you kidding me?
Joe Burrow MVP.
I didn't know we were picking MVP.
The
Well, I
AFC
did.
Championship game?
Yeah, Bengals over Chargers. A former AFC Championship game in 1982, I believe.
The Ice Bowl. I mean, I'm
That's
a
right.
team from California in the coldest ever game. We were just dead. It's like the Dolphins going to the Chiefs game a couple of years ago. Tim, okay, man. Hopefully the Reaper, spares us a bit. I am going Eagles over Packers. And finally, Bills over Chiefs. Bills over Packers.
See, Bills over Packers.
Sorry, Bills over Eagles. Eagles, sorry.
Bills over Eagles. See, I was going to pick Buffalo over Kansas City, but in my scenario, Baltimore has to beat Kansas
Yes,
City.
they would.
So Buffalo can beat Baltimore. If Buffalo has to play Kansas City, they will lose.
That's correct.
just how the game works.
You should pick an MVP. You both should.
Daniel Jones. Who could be MVP? I'm thinking about it more like a bet than anything else. Like if I had to,
Jared Goff would be high on your list,
no, nothing to do with Jared Goff. The defense
Tim.
improves.
or Jalen Hurts.
If the Chargers go to the AFC Championship game, Justin Herbert would be getting MVP votes probably.
Votes, but if the Bengals are there and they're doing that well, it'll be Burrows. He hasn't won one yet, and he's seems like he's due.
Hurts just will never put up the statistical season to do it
Okay.
because all the credit will go to the O-line or to Barkley or the receivers. And I think Hurts is better than what he is perceived to be, but that's always held against him.
Okay.
Burrow could get there, but he'd have to have some sort of outrageous season. Like more so than he did last year.
If he puts up similar numbers to last year and they just win more games, he'll win it.
It just feels like someone like, weirdly, Bo Nix can put up a gaudier
Maybe.
Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, like because they run. Hell, if the Patriots win the division, that means Drake May was awesome this year.
It does.
And Drake May has the sort of stat line that could win an MVP. Like it would be, I think it would be even hard for Mahomes to win an MVP now.
Yeah, you have to put up huge numbers.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to win games. So I didn't pick the Washington overs. That'd be tough for me to go with Jaden Daniels as MVP. Let's go with Josh Allen. I got the Bills winning the Super Bowl anyway.
That's fine.
I
That was
don't
my
think
pick.
I don't think he'll win back-to-back MVPs.
I think he could.
it's difficult to win. It's Rodgers the last one to do it. Aaron Rodgers, my MVP.
I noticed I have cat.
I mean,
over
like,
cat
if there are
in the
other
Super Bowl.
people that have Tim's opinion, like their schedule's easy, their lane to the 1 seed to me seems easier this year than in the past. And he's very likable. Like, he is well liked. MVP. I'm not betting it. I don't care to lay that right now. And I could see him getting clipped. We all know the names, but you asked me for the pick. It's Josh Allen. If I had the Bills as the 1 seed, Josh Allen's MVP. Let's just leave it at that.
Could we do Wednesday night? Would that work?
Yes.
I don't know if it works for them. For Cam, it might. When are you golfing with Rob, Geoff?
We're playing tomorrow.
Okay, can you ask him tomorrow if Wednesday works for him?
Yeah.
Could Wednesday PM work? Because then we can make it work.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case. I would like to do that show. That's a fun
Yeah,
show.
yeah, I agree. Any night but Thursday I can do.
Although I will say that if there is one show that we all do that you sit out on, it's one that has Cam on it.
Well, I just don't want to get into stepping on the main event.
Cam is not the main event.
Yes, he is.
We're all the main event on that show.
You're all the stars.
That's
except
right.
for you. I'm firing you. I'm going to.
You just don't want, but Cam is usually like of everyone most
sympathetic. Yes.
sympathetic
Oh no, definitely.
to your craziest takes.
Definitely.
Because he's also a little,
He wants it now. Now.
I owed Cam $100, and usually we'll just put it on a golfer or like a bet for him. And he's like, I think I got ripped off in a crypto scam. So can you just send it to me?
Is
I
this
shouldn't be laughing.
Is this a new crypto scam?
Maybe it's another one.
Oh, no. It's a tough scene. So Rob and Cam will be back on, I don't know if we're doing Wednesdays or Thursday mornings this year. We are going to record on Monday next week for week 1 picks for a Tuesday release. And then we'll be Tuesday evenings for a Wednesday release throughout the course of the season. Week 1 is next week.
My gracious.
It's weird. Kids, let's get the, kids go back to school, football. Let's go.
It's time.
Sweatshirts. Tim, it's getting cold. It's getting chilly. Summer
darker
ended
earlier.
quick.
Summer's gone. Bye-bye, summer.
Ended quick.
Bye-bye.
Just like that.
The best time of the year is the longest time away from more summer. Can't wait.
You psycho.
Bye-bye. Trash season.
Do we have to phone one of those hotlines for you so you can, like, people can come over and watch you?
Why?
Because you seem to get sad during the summer.
I get happiest as the weather gets colder and darker.
Is it that you get happier or everyone else gets sadder?
No, it makes me very happy. I can't wait till a 4:45 sunset. I'm so excited.
Is pumpkin spice back?
But
I'll
you hate
get
the
Tim.
cold.
I don't hate the cold.
You just don't go outside.
I prefer like late October weather. That's like the best.
Not here.
Yeah, it's great.
It's cold and rainy.
That's okay if it rains. a
No,
little bit.
I
That's
actually
okay.
like the weather now.
a little too hot. Still.
No, it's getting
Another few
like
degrees
this
cooler.
week. Finally, some nice, like warm, but like not hot.
Yeah. Oh, the heat's
days.
gone. Your days
So
of
like
going
walking
to the
the
beach.
golf course. I'm not
Bye-bye.
like dead. It's like it's like the time you're like, it's the best walks on the golf course because it's a lovely day, but you're not like dying
No.
in that heat.
Bye-bye hot weather. See you later.
Yeah, see, I don't like this. Now I have to wear pants at the golf course. I have to wear a sweater at the golf course. It sucks.
The calendar is working in our favor, Jeff, for a few more months now.
I never wear pants. If I need to wear pants to golf, I won't wear pants, but shorts and like long sleeves and or a sweatshirt's fine.
Oh, I get very cold out there, especially when it gets windy. It's not good. We're about at that time. It was pretty cold when we woke up the other day and went to the course.
One day it was, yeah. Friday
Yeah.
it was chilly. Yeah, I agree. I had my double gloves on. It was cold.
But that's good weather to you.
I prefer that over the heat.
You can't play golf.
We played. It's fine. You can play. Fall golf's a good golf.
No, it's not. It's awful. The course is all ripped up. It's terrible golf.
Good golf.
Bad take. That is the biggest clown take you've had on the show.
Oh, well.
The one that Geoff called the clown take was like number 4 in the power rankings of your clown takes today.
I guess we know what a running theme is going to be on the show this year.
I don't know, Geoff. I mean, that's Jeff's entire online persona. He's probably tweeting it out right now. I know what he's doing.
You're talking about our clown takes. I'm just telling my wife I'll be up in a few minutes.
All right. Well, we'll let everyone go. We don't need to extend this one out any further because we got week 1 coming. Join the Survivor Pool right now. You can hit the description. You can find it at Splash Sports in the lobby. The 4-for-4 one and done. If you get your entry in before next Monday, you will get a ballot for as many entries as you enter. You will get that many ballots to get a free entry into the Race for the Mayo Cup Golf one and done in January. So if you ever need incentive, it's $50 per entry, $500,000 to the winner. So please go do that right now. All right? I'm Pat Mayo. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
Pat Mayo Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience presented by Underdog. The main event is here. You got the NFC appetizer last week. Today, the AFC win totals by division, by team, making our playoff picks for both divisions, making our Super Bowl picks.
Pat, sorry, I can't see you. It just said I can't see you guys
We know.
right now.
We know.
Oh,
We are
So I'll
in
never see
mid-season
you?
form. No, you should have kept that in. You should keep all this in. This is great.
I just wanted to. I know and say I'll never see you.
Not with the way that we have it right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Experience.